source for news, sports, traffic, and weather. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
It is 3 o'clock. I'm Julia Fellow. This is Wisconsin's afternoon news for Monday, November 25th. Your top story, working to bolster Milwaukee's police force.
I'm Greg Mansick. New technology you might see while traveling this holiday season.
I'm Debbie Lazaga, and looks like we've got some delays on westbound 94, leaving the 20th Street area all the way to about Mitchell Boulevard. The eastbound side is just a little bit heavy right coming out of the stadium interchange as well. We got a crash on the ramp from Beloit Road to 894 southbound, so heads up with that. We've also got some backups along southbound 41 from Appleton Avenue down past Capitol Drive, and then again on southbound 43 just south of Capitol all the way down through the Marquette. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
It gets cold and breezy tonight. Wind gusts up to 30 miles an hour, a low of 27 degrees. Tomorrow, finally some sunshine. Partly cloudy. It'll be chilly, though, a high of 37 degrees. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, the Department of Justice officially moved to dismiss the federal criminal charges against President-elect Donald Trump.
The filing comes after Trump won the 2024 presidential election a few weeks ago. Smith and the DOJ are standing by the allegations in their indictment, saying the government's position on the merits of the defendant's prosecution has not changed, but the circumstances have. The Trump campaign responded to Monday's development, calling it a major victory for the rule of law. Cristian Benavides, CBS News, West Palm Beach, Florida.
This dismissal does not impact the two state cases the president-elect faces in state courts. In Georgia, he faces election interference charges, and in New York, he has been convicted on 34 felony charges in connection with hush money payments.
One man is dead, another in police custody after a shooting and pursuit in Appleton. 74-year-old Daniel Yedis of Appleton died from gunshot wounds early Saturday morning at a home near Sanders in Verbic. When police arrived, a man fled the scene in a vehicle and later on foot. Police arrested 45-year-old Gregory Yedis before 8 a.m. Saturday. Charges are pending.
Milwaukee needs more officers and recruitment is low. Therefore, Mayor Cavalier Johnson says the city is offering a new incentive.
Law enforcement professionals who are on the job in other jurisdictions to join the Milwaukee Police Department. So our plan is a $10,000 incentive.
The mayor is inviting officers with at least a year of experience to work in our city, and the incentive will only be available for a few weeks.
Well, the holidays are a great time to get the family together. It can also increase the number of calls to the fire department. Milwaukee Fire Lieutenant Carlos Velasquez Sanchez tells WTMJ.
Unsupervised cooking is one of the main reasons for having cooking fires. And if you're not paying attention to what you're cooking, accidents may happen.
Lieutenant reminds home chefs to stay in the kitchen when cooking, use some timers, and a reminder, don't cook if you're consuming alcohol.
Coming up, spared from ending up on the dinner table this Thanksgiving. Citing Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 3:04.
Make holiday magic this year with something beautiful and timeless from Diamonds Direct. A stunning eternity band, a pair of classic diamond stud earrings, something new and eye-catching from a world-class designer, or maybe you're looking for that perfect engagement ring or a fabulous timepiece. At Diamonds Direct, we have the perfect gifts for the season, starting at around $500. Come and let our experts help you pick out that headliner gift. Or for some fabulous ideas, see the online seasonal gift guide now at diamondsdirect.com. You can even chat now with a virtual assistant for the ultimate convenience. Whether you connect online or in person, you're guaranteed to get the extraordinary value, ironclad warranties, and white glove service Diamonds Direct is known for. And to help make your purchase even more affordable, we've got special financing so you can spread out your payments. Get directions, details, special showroom hours, and our holiday gift guide now at diamondsdirect.com. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
This is Richard Salinas, registered nurse with Rejuvenex Arthritis Clinics, and I want to talk about exactly what we do. When you come here, you're going to get 2 shots with 2 very small needles. One will be a medication called Toradol, which is a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory, completely different from a standard steroid or cortisone injection. This medication is safe and a great pain reliever. The other will be hyaluronic acid, which is a naturally occurring fluid found in all of our joints. What hyaluronic acid does is it helps recoat the inside surfaces to provide cushioning and lubrication. It helps slow down the osteoarthritis process to a point where patients may not need surgery. All of this combined with using our state-of-the-art Ultra G machine developed by NASA has produced profound results. What we do works. And the best part about this is that insurance covers most of our patients' treatments. Go to rejuvenex.com to request your free pain evaluation.
Citing Unlimited, WTMJ News Time is 3:06.
A new cafe has just opened in prime downtown Milwaukee.
The fanfare has been amazing.
Keith Washington is a manager for Big B Coffee, which now occupies a coveted space in the city's Red Arrow Park. Washington tells Wisconsin's Midday News he hopes to provide customers with a mix of reliability and variety for their morning cup of joe.
Nobody wants the push-button machine-made coffee.
Washington also says Big B will focus on, quote, Instagrammability of their drinks at the Red Arrow location.
I'd rather them remake the drink than to put out something that's mediocre.
Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
Time for WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk.
High throw is picked off. It's McKinney again. Xavier McKinney blocks. Down the sideline he goes. Finally knocked out of bounds inside the 25.
Oh, you can't hear it enough. Kevin Burkhardt with the call on Fox. Packers improved to 8-3 on the season. They've won 6 of their last 7 after a 38-10 win over the Niners. Miami Dolphins come to town on Thanksgiving evening. 19th ranked Badger men's basketball team moves up to number 15 in the latest AP Top 25. Marquette checks in at number 10. UW Milwaukee earns a 69-65 win over St. Thomas as part of the Cream City Classic. And no game for the Bucks. They are in Miami to face the Heat on Tuesday. Giannis named Eastern Conference Player of the Week.
Citing Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 3:07.
Thanksgiving is this Thursday. Just think how long it takes to prep, cook, and clean for your Thanksgiving dinner. Too long. WTMJ's John Mercure here. I've got a great idea. Don't cook, relax, enjoy the day, and let the amazing Mine Shaft restaurant in Hartford serve your family. The Thanksgiving Day buffet is a feast. It's all you can eat. It's $21.99. And hey, kids under 3 always eat for free. It's every dish you love for Thanksgiving with a huge dessert table. I love that. And sip on an old-fashioned or your favorite glass of wine, an ice cold beer for a perfect Thanksgiving dinner. Your kids can safely play in that $2 million game room, quietly tucked away from the dining area while you finish up. Now that's perfect. The Mine Shaft in beautiful downtown Hartford and in Oshkosh with lots of seating and close parking. So enjoy the all-you-care-to-eat Thanksgiving Day buffet at the Mine Shaft, under $22, serving from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Kids and grandkids under 3 eat for free. Reserve today. Tables fill quickly. It's the Mine Shaft.
Wisconsin's Afternoon News is on the air, broadcasting live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in beautiful downtown Milwaukee. Here are your hosts, Greg Matzik and Julia Fellow.
So I don't know if everybody else has had problems with their Microsoft Outlook today, but it has been the worst, literally the worst.
Yeah, I think the official term is jacked up, right? That's what I'm seeing all over the place.
I was so messed up all day from that. Thank you, Tiff, for redoing my rundown. The other rundown that I was doing, that I did by hand pretty much, did not look good. So now all is well.
Well, here we are from 3 to 6 with Wisconsin's Afternoon News. John is out. I am in. I was not in on the afternoon show, or I should say midday show this morning. So my wife had LASIK eye surgery this morning, so I needed to make sure I was there for her. Yeah. And I must say, I felt bad leaving the house. She was having kind of a rough go after surgery, and she's pretty well knocked out at home. She's getting a good sleep on right now. So
good.
My oldest child is home with her, a 9-year-old playing mom to her mom. So we'll see how it all plays out. But yes, that's why I was not in on the midday show, but here on the afternoon show.
Awesome. You have to let me know how she likes it. All right, go hit it, Brandon.
This is the 3 at 3 on Wisconsin's Afternoon News.
All right, lots going on today. Number 1.
Yes, I love this, right? It's sort of a time-honored tradition here, the presidential pardoning of turkeys.
Wow, did you know that this tradition started with President John F. Kennedy? I thought that was fun. I didn't know that until I started looking this up. So this year, President Biden pardoned 2 turkeys, each who weighs 41 pounds. I don't know if it's a boy or girl. I'm assuming it's a girl. And Blossom, who weighs 40 pounds, and they're both from Minnesota. And then Biden kind of thought back on all his other pardons he's done.
In the last 4 years, I've had the honor to continue that tradition by pardoning peanut butter and jelly, chocolate and chip, Liberty and Bell, and today, Peach and Blossom will join the free birds of the United States of America, raised by the, yeah, I hear you.
They did a little gobble.
It's just like the goofiest thing every year, right?
Yes.
It's the goofiest thing.
Yes. Trump's was like so weird too. Like he put his hand over. Oh my gosh. I think it's probably my favorite though. My favorite little presidential little thing you do. Okay. I love Liberty and Bell. What a cute name.
Yeah, there's been interesting names over the years, right? What was it? Peach and Blossom one year. I think there was Scooby and Doo one year.
Oh, really?
That was pretty good.
That's fun. Okay, number 2.
Yeah, so this Macy's mess. Can you help explain what's going on with Macy's and a former employee who tried to steal hundreds of millions of dollars?
Whoa. Macy's says an employee, one, did all of this. And now it's delaying their Q3 earnings. They're supposed to release tomorrow. And the earnings were supposed to be weaker than expected already, but much worse now. The discovery is that a single employee with the responsibility for making small package delivery expenses intentionally faked all the numbers to hide up to $154 million in actual expenses, millions of expenses over several years. The department store chain also operates Bloomingdale's. They say the truth came out to the surface last month after forensic auditors found it was at the hands of the single employee. And as Julia Roberts from Pretty Woman was saying,
big mistake. Big, huge.
It is. All right, number 3.
Number 3. The Deer District details, right? We know it's an area ripe for development, and there's some new news.
Totally. So where the Bradley Center was, this is where this new exciting news is apparently. So right around the Deer District, the same developer behind the trade, which is so beautiful, they just shared plans for a 162-room hotel called the Moxie, Milwaukee, and you'll be able to check into the hotel at the bar first. So you go to the bar, the hotel bar, you check in, and there will be a signature drink waiting for you. The entire lobby won't be boring. They say it's going to be a hangout for everyone to socialize, immediately unwind, then go to the game. So the plan is for construction to begin next year, and then it will fully open in 2 years. How fun!
Well, it's been a long time coming, right? The raising of the Bradley Center, we all saw it. We saw it sitting there. We knew it was going to be ripe for development. There's been some reimagined thought after they had 60,000 people out there during the NBA Finals, what they could make that area. So this is kind of a revised plan, but good to see further development of that site. It's just sort of been a jungle of concrete.
And hopefully it's a 5-star hotel, because don't we need like 2 or 3 to get...
Oh, to get the All-Star game? Yeah, they got to keep buffing that up a little bit. You're right.
I'm sure. Okay, so coming up next, is Black Friday still the best day for deals? We have an ABC News business correspondent who joins us live next.
The news you need to know.
From the WTMJ breaking newsroom, one person is now confirmed dead in a crash involving multiple vehicles and a school bus.
A Milwaukee Buck star is searching for answers today after his house was burglarized over the weekend.
Join Greg Matzik and Jessica Ty every weekday from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m.
Not the extension of pumpkin spice season. No, it is not a maple cold foam cold brew with artichoke.
Ding, 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 ding.
On Wisconsin's Midday News.
Landworks is the locally owned landscape company to elevate the look of your home or business. Are you tired of fumbling through hundreds of feet of holiday lights just to find out they burn out last season? Let Landworks handle the holiday decorating for you this year so you can focus on what really matters. From festive holiday arrangements to dazzling light displays, their expert designers will work with you to build a display that fits your style and budget. Make your home or business the talk of the neighborhood this year with holiday decorating from Landworks. Visit landworkswisconsin.com.
Bringing Christmas cheer to those in need. WTMJ is partnering with Capco for its annual Kids to Kids toy drive, where we are collecting toys and monetary donations to help make the Christmas season extra special for a child and family in need. You can help by supplying toys for children, or you can go to our WTMJ app, scanning a QR code on your YouTube page that we have right now. So you can text WATCH to 855-616-1620. WATCH And then that QR code is on right now as we speak. Every dollar collected between now and December 7th will be used to purchase a toy for a child in need. You can also visit WTMJ.com or text WATCH to our talk and text line.
Craft your Brewers mini plan for the 2025 season, featuring all new 6-packs and 12-packs. Get in on the action with great ticket rates, marquee matchups, and priority seating. Plus, you'll get a limited edition Brewers Crowler with each 12-pack or pair of 6-packs. Looking to customize your games to fit your schedule? Build your own ticket plan options are also available. Pick the plan for you at brewers.com/ticketfinder.
I remember a guy by the name of Al Stankovich. Oh, yes.
Ben and Arvid from Penny Mustard Furnishings.
Al and his wife bought, it was the first big bedroom set we ever sold. It was the Paramount bedroom set. I don't think he knew, and I think we were scared to tell him that it was the biggest sale we ever made at the point in time. I think we were dancing after he walked out the door.
I think we were in the store at 11:30 or midnight, just visiting with them. They're just really,
nice people.
Really nice people, and it was just one of them perfect all-around transactions.
I remember that sale.
I delivered that.
PennyMustard.com.
Traffic and then weather. Let's get to our Debbie Lazaga.
All right, crash on the ramp from Beloit Road to 894 southbound. Heads up with that. Definitely seeing some big delays stretching all the way back to National Avenue as it is right now. Southbound 43, you're looking at delays from Locust all the way down through the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge. Hey, if you happen to see something we should know about, call the WTMJ Hall Volkswagen traffic tip line at 414-238-9329. Come to Hall Volkswagen for the Volkswagen sign, then drive event. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Your WTMJ 5-day forecast tonight, cold and breezy. Wind gusts up to 30 miles an hour. The low will be 25. Tomorrow, finally some sunshine. A high of 37 degrees. Wednesday, mostly cloudy, but a slight chance of a snow mix late Wednesday, a high of 40 degrees. Thursday, morning flurries, then it's going to be partly cloudy, a high of 35. Friday, cold, a high of 31 degrees. 3:17 on WTMJ. So happy that you are with us. Many of you may be looking at all of the Black Friday deals. Are they really worth it? Let's get to ABC News business correspondent Alexis Christoforous. Alexis.
Hello, how are you? Good to be with you.
Very good. So is it arguably a good deal or a bad deal?
Well, look, there are a lot of deals to choose from, and Black Friday deals have been out since, maybe late October. I mean, around the time we were still celebrating Halloween, we had the Christmas decor out, and the Black Friday deals started rolling in. So as we move closer to that Black Friday, we're seeing some new deals, but a lot of the deals have been around for quite some time. Great deals right now on electronics, smart TVs, one of them, a whole bunch of big tech, little tech, and also a lot of kitchen gadgets and small kitchen appliances on sale right now.
You know, it's interesting, Alexis, just the shift over time, right, where everybody had to be open on Thanksgiving, everybody had to open at 5 a.m. or maybe even at midnight. There was competition, there was fighting, quite literally, to get your hands on that laptop or TV. It seems like major retailers have looked at that and said, you know what, that's not a great look. And the likes of Costco,
Right.
Target, and many others are now shuttering their doors because of those deals that appear online.
Exactly. And in fact, a lot of retailers are giving their workers the day off on Thanksgiving, and they're closed. So we've been seeing that trend for the past few years. So Walmart, Target, TJ Maxx, Costco, a whole bunch of other big name retailers are closed Thanksgiving. So if you were thinking of maybe eating and then running to the store, you better check online to make sure that store is open. Many of them are, open early though, 6 a.m., 6:30-ish on Friday. So if you want to get an early start, by all means. This year what's nice is inventory seems to be healthier than it has been in a while. Remember, we had all those supply chain issues. So people should be able to find what they want. Having said that, the deals are pretty deep. And so if you see something, you want it, and the price is right, you should probably go ahead and buy it, and don't hold out and think that deal is going to get better as you move closer to Christmas.
And lastly, what do you think is not a good deal for Black Friday? What should we avoid? You were talking about electronics. I totally agree with you with that. But what's a bad deal?
I don't know if there are any bad deals. There are so many things that are discounted right now. But if you can hold off and wait, you will probably find deeper deals in January for things like bedding, towels, mattresses, furniture. Those tend to be on sale in a big way around President's Day weekend. And also fitness equipment, that workout equipment, with all of us making our resolutions, at the beginning of the new year to get healthier, those things tend to be on sale. You'll see those deals early in the year as well. And also as you move closer to Valentine's Day, you'll find some better deals on jewelry as well. So again, this is the time to buy the toys, the tech, the clothing. It's hard to find a category that's not on sale right now, to be honest.
Ooh, what are you looking for? I'd love to know what the business correspondent is looking for and hunting for on Black Friday.
I am actually looking for some upgrades to my kitchen. I am guilty of this. I buy the gifts for others, and then I do wind up buying for myself. Because you're sort of actively out there and you're looking. So I'm looking at a new cookware set, maybe another air fryer, things like that. So see what catches my eye.
Another air fryer. That's the key word there.
Another one. I know. I'm crazy.
Fantastic.
But I do love my air fryer.
Thank you so much. Alexis Christoforous with ABC News. Thank you so much.
You bet, guys.
So one time when I was covering it for Black Friday and I was covering it for the morning show, I got a, what is it called? Oh, crock pot at Target for $5.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. You still have it?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was great, though. I couldn't believe it.
There's nothing wrong with the crock pot.
And now, thank goodness, we don't have to look at, like, when we have newspapers, clippings and everything, because you know what happened one year with my stepmom? She was looking through it at the dinner table for Thanksgiving. She set it on fire because there's candles. It was a whole mess. Okay, I also do not want anyone to lose money for Black Friday, all right? I'm looking at this new data, and it's very sad. So let's make sure that we don't get scammed. A recent study from data collection experts SOAX, S-O-A-X, calculated the average number of fraud reports per 100,000 residents and the average sum lost per report, so then they could make everything even. And Wisconsin residents lose on average $419.88. That is not good. So make sure that you are, clicking on the right thing. Don't go to Amazon.com. You know what I mean? It's those little tiny things that they were trying to reference that's not good. So states ranked by risk of Black Friday fraud from most to least. We're not that bad. I have to go to page 2. Let me look. 39. We're number 39. That's still not good. I'm really not happy about that. Okay, the number one worst. You want to know what the worst is?
So worst state. So the state that has the most people being scammed or falling for scams around the holidays.
Number 2 also really surprises me. Okay,
I'll go with Utah.
No.
I don't know why.
Utah's number 14.
Okay.
Number 1's Nevada.
No.
$727.
That whole state is a scam.
Okay, number 2, I can't believe this. Alaska.
Sure.
What? All right, let me see what has the least fraud. Mississippi, you are the smartest. You won't get frauded. And number 2's Iowa. What? Really?
So, yeah, it's very interesting how they piece this sort of stuff together, but we've all kind of fallen victim to it, right? You get a text message from somewhere that says save now or 25% off this, or
right.
You know what I mean? It's just something, and it's so easy to react to. Or just, if you're scrolling around through Instagram on your phone, something pops up that looks shiny and new. Well, that's interesting. Deep discount. And then you hop on it, and all of a sudden you're in trouble.
You're spot on. Watch out for those stupid texts. That's the worst. Well, Illinois still gets scammed more than us. They're 32 and we are at 39, so we're still better than Illinois. How about that?
If you're wondering what some of those scams could be, Julia, I have pieced together 12 scams to the song of 12 Days of Christmas. So just keep these in mind as you're going through your holiday shopping season.
On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 12 puppy scams,
11 wish list items,
10 advent calendars,
fake notifications,
fake charities,
look-alike websites, temporary holiday jobs,
free gift cards,
fake texts that say you've been hacked,
holiday apps,
social media gift exchanges,
and misleading social media ads.
Yeah.
That is literally the best thing ever. I love that.
Puppy
okay.
scams, yeah.
All right, time for news about your money and your WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Wow, Dow up 1%, up 440, S&P 500 up 18, NASDAQ up 51. Annex Wealth Management, know the difference.
Brighten up your home, workplace, or event with flowers and trust Welke's Milwaukee Florist to be your local florist. Welke's is family-owned and has delivered beauty for customers and businesses for well over 100 years. Join Welke's Flower subscription so your home is always fresh, or discover the benefits of creating a corporate account and leave the work to them. Welke's Milwaukee Florist has locations in Elm Grove and at 56th and North in Milwaukee. Go to welkes.com, that's WELKES.com for more info and to place an order.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit! Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
So how do you underpromise and still get the job? We believe in our hearts we're going to do great work for you. We're just really careful about making unrealistic promises. At Semper Fi, we refuse to set the bar higher than we can jump. But be assured, that's the goal. To do all we can to jump as high as possible to try to exceed your expectations. We're looking to break records. That's how you win over customers, get really great referrals, and build a great business. When you're making a decision to hire an exterior remodeling company, character, integrity, and the feeling that the people you're about to hire are truly eager to show you how good they are should stand at the top of your list. This is Brad Youngluth with Semper Fi Roofing and Exteriors, your local, veteran-owned and operated exterior remodeling company. For your new roof, siding, window and door installation, or masonry work, you can count on Semper Fi to keep you safe, warm, and dry.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry, Semper Fi.
Who doesn't need a seasonal wardrobe update? But who has the cash to always keep their wardrobe updated? Ladies, that's why you shop St. Vincent de Paul. Our women's clothing is always a highlight of our stores, and thrift store prices keep the costs low. It allows you to experiment and also find a hidden gem. St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
ESPN Milwaukee's Jen Latta here. 'Tis the season for celebrating at St. Kate the Arts Hotel. Join them this holiday season for special events to get you in the festive mood. From a spectacular brunch with Santa to the holiday marketplace and one-of-a-kind dinner and a show experiences, St. Kate has a celebration happening nearly every week through the holiday season. Make a night of it and extend the experience by booking an overnight stay at St. Kate. Special packages are now available. Celebrate the holidays with St. Kate. Learn more by visiting stkatearts.com/holidays.
It was bound to happen. Over your career, investments came along for the ride. The first 401k, brokerage account, profit sharing, employee stock options, pension, another 401k, an insurance policy, an annuity, another 401k. You get the picture. Years went by, the collection grew. At Annex Wealth Management, we believe every portfolio tells a story. After all, we've seen, reviewed, dissected, discussed, and analyzed thousands of them. Some portfolios are like well-tended gardens and reflect diligence, patience, fortitude, and optimism. Others tell the story being sold commission products that might not have been the best choice, maybe for the salesperson, but not for the investor. When the financial planning team at Annex reviews your portfolio, we spot what works and what might not, and then provide unbiased suggestions based on what's important. The retirement you desire. That's where the good stuff happens. That's our story. Every portfolio tells the story. Let's work on yours. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Head to annexwealth.com. Click the Get Started button. That's annexwealth.com.
Hey, it's WTMJ's Greg Matzik here for Flanner's Home Entertainment. Does the audio and video system in your home need an upgrade? Well, Flanner's has all the solutions and the installation experts to simplify and upgrade your home entertainment experience. Forget about the impersonable big box stores and risky online purchases. You go with locally owned Flanner's, where quality service, the best brands, and guaranteed best price remain top priorities. Stop by Flanner's in West Dallas, Grafton, or at Flanners.com. Sound advice at the best price. Just press play.
The holiday season is a magical time of year to visit Lake Geneva. Embark on an enchanting Santa cruise on the lake. Take in a parade of trees and marvel at the world's tallest glass tree, built before your very eyes. Enjoy holiday shopping in a historic downtown. Chill out with festive food and libations in an igloo under the stars. Or find adventure on a zipline, ski hill, or snow-covered nature trail. Make Lake Geneva your place for holiday fun this year. Check out visitlakegeneva.com today for all the festive details.
Traffic is sponsored by Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee. Design Exchange is where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor on consignment at 25 to 40% off retail prices in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Wisconsin's afternoon news on Wisconsin's radio station, News Radio WTMJ.
It is 3:31. I'm Julia Fellow. Your top stories, some more key cabinet picks for President-elect Trump.
I'm Greg Matzik. A pledge to help end human trafficking.
Lazaga, that earlier accident on 894 southbound at Beloit Road has been cleared, so that's good news. We do still have delays, though, coming from the zoo all the way down to Beloit Road, so be prepared for that. Southbound 43, a heavy ride from Capitol Drive pretty much all the way down through the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge. On the westbound side of 94, 25th Street's where you're seeing those delays all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound has some backups just as you're getting past Springdale Road heading towards Barker. Then we've got more delays along southbound 41 from before Appleton Avenue, almost from Good Hope Road all the way down past Capitol Drive. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Cold and breezy wind gusts up to 30 miles an hour, a low of 25. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, chilly, finally some sunshine, a high of 37 degrees. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, Republican President-elect Donald Trump makes his final cabinet selections. News Nation's Libby Dean.
President-elect Trump's transition team moving quickly at Mar-a-Lago. As of Saturday evening, Trump filled all 15 executive agency head positions. Next up for the appointees is Senate confirmation, a process typically including an FBI background check. But Trump's team has missed two key transition deadlines, leaving these nominees to not go through the typical check yet. Democrats on the offensive today, saying this vetting ensures public trust in the forthcoming administration.
Trump was filling his administration since winning the election.
The murder case of Eric and Lyle Menendez returned to courthouse today as the brothers tried to win their release from prisons. Nancy Liu is covering.
Lyle and Eric Menendez will not be here. We hear that they'll be attending through a video feed from their correctional facility in San Diego. Now, on the motion, defense attorneys are asking the court to either vacate the brothers' conviction and sentence or grant a new evidentiary hearing. That's due to two key pieces of evidence that have surfaced since the convictions. A letter written by Eric 8 months before the murders detailing sexual abuse by his father.
There's also a signed declaration by the former member of the band Menudo. Roy Rosello says music executive Jose Menendez raped him in 1984.
A teenager is dead after a crash in the town of Cedarburg. It happened overnight on Bridge Road, west of Granville Road. Ozaukee County Sheriff's Office says a 17-year-old male was speeding when his car traveled right into the ditch on the Bridge Road and then hit a tree. The teenager from the city of Cedarburg died.
A man from Milwaukee faces charges of repeated sexual assault of a child.
The full details of the criminal complaint against Antonio Randolph left Court Commissioner Barry Phillips in disbelief on Sunday.
After 32 years, you would think that you've seen everything. And then something happens to let you know you probably will never see everything.
Randolph and a friend are alleged to have met a 13-year-old girl who ran away from home, then taking her to multiple locations and trying to have sex with her while streaming part of the encounter on Facebook.
You can't make that up.
Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
Health officials have again detected bird flu in the food supply chain. CBS News correspondent Jim Kursula.
Bird flu has been found in raw milk sold in California. It comes just a few days after a child tested positive for bird flu in California. That was a first in U.S. history. The latest incidence of bird flu involves raw milk from a company called Raw Farm.
So far, no bird flu cases have been reported in Wisconsin.
Time for WTMJ Sports Update from the Gerber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. The Packers currently occupy the number 6 position in the NFC playoff race with a record of 8-3. Packers in third place in the division, 1 game back of the Vikings, 2 games back of the Lions. The Miami Dolphins visit Lambeau Field on Thursday. College basketball, Marquette moves up to number 10 in the latest AP Top 25 men's college basketball poll. The Wisconsin Badgers move up a few spots, checking in at number 15. And no game for the Bucks today. They'll post up in Miami to take on the Heat Tuesday night in the NBA Cup.
Citing Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 3:35.
Accunet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
Patrick and Monica initially chose a bank to get pre-approved and provide financing for the purchase of their first home. But they were getting a bad feeling when a week after their offer was accepted, the bank still hadn't locked in their rate, nor had the appraisal been ordered. Monica shared her concerns with a friend who happened to be a multi-time Accunet client. That led to Monica connecting with one of our senior loan consultants the same day, and after gathering some information and reviewing options, we locked in their rate right then and there with loan costs $3,600 lower than what the bank had quoted. The appraisal was ordered right away too, and the loan closed on time just 3 weeks later. We also noticed an oversight in the contract that led to a $3,000 credit from the seller. You can get a generic pre-approval and average or worse service from a bank, or you can get the kind of fast service, advice, attention to detail, and savings that made Monica and Patrick Accunet's latest raving fans. All you got to do to get started is click on the blue button at Accunet.com. That's ACCUNET.com.
Wisconsin's Afternoon News on WTMJ.
3:36 on WTMJ. He is the best media influencer here at Good Karma Brands. He has his own podcast. He produces for Dr. Ken and 101.7 The Truth. Jason Smith.
We here.
All right, I wanted to get your take on people saying Bronny James, who may be in the running for NBA Rookie of the Year. Some people are saying. All right, we'll start with Charles Barkley. Listen to this. This is what he said on the Better Angle podcast with Kate and Gabe. Listen in.
The kid's not ready to play in the NBA. And he should be in the G League so he can play basketball. He's not going to get better sitting on the bench. But also this thing where he's only going to play home games.
That's wild. Not traveling with the team.
It's it's wild. If you mean stupid, it's not fair to him. It's not fair to the team. Can you imagine a coach? You come off a road trip and there's a player you ain't seen in a week or two, and then you feel like you probably got to play him. So I don't think they're doing Bronny any favors. And they just handled this thing really bad. It's a bad look for the Lakers.
Whoa. What do you think?
I think that's a big overreaction. I don't think it's a bad look. How is it a bad look? And I do think that it's actually helping Bronny. You spend a half of the time in the G League. You're getting the reps in where you can actually go play. Then the other half, you practicing with the Lakers, so you with like NBA players. You traveling with the team. You're a rookie, so you seeing how things work out. And you with Bron, you with your dad. This could be Bron last season for all we know. This could be his final season.
It
could. There's a very interesting parallel here, and people don't often draw it because instead of a father-son relationship, it is a brother-brother relationship.
Oh, okay, I see.
You know where I'm going with this, right?
I see.
Thanasis is Bucks fan number 1 on the sideline. He is in Giannis's ear, right? Older brother, younger brother. He knows Giannis better than anybody. One of the retention strategies to keep Giannis in a Bucks uniform, hey, make the dude happy, right? If it helps us keep Giannis, it's a good thing for us. And that meant having Thanasis on the sidelines and on the bench as an energetic figure.
For $1 million something bucks.
It's a little different, but if you want to keep LeBron James in the league, what do? You draft his son. You get his son involved. You let father and son have their time on the basketball floor for home games. This is a strategy to retain and keep LeBron happy more than it is to develop Bronny.
And that's what people do not understand. That this is all centered around LeBron. Obviously, this is a dream that he's had. He's been vocal about it for years now. So he's on the Lakers. Come on, you know how much money LeBron is bringing into the Lakers? I'm pretty sure Jeannie Buss going to do what she got to do to keep LeBron happy. And if that means bringing Bronny along and letting him spend half of the time in the G League and then half of the time with his pops, okay, who cares?
This is one other thing that he was talking about, Charles Barkley. He was talking about, the Griffies.
Yeah, Ken.
Yeah, that Ken Griffey Jr. Shared the field with Ken Griffey Sr. With the Mariners, right? Back in the day?
That was back in the day, and I guess the big difference
and how amazing that was.
Is that Ken Griffey Jr. was looked at as a the next thing, right?
Yeah,
it became a Hall of Fame.
talent.
Okay.
And I think understandably with Bronny James and where he went to school at USC, he had some health issues that forced him off the floor. And many questioned if he was going to be NBA ready. But what's tugging at his heartstrings is the opportunity to play with Dad.
Yeah, or
Right?
or
And
is this nepotism?
Which is one of the cool. Fine,
It is
Who cares if
nepotism,
it
but who
is,
cares?
Right?
Exactly.
Whoa!
When it's your team and it's a multi-billion-dollar business, which the
Yes.
NBA is, you want to run it that way? Go ahead, run it that way.
So what was interesting, what Charles Barkley said, was that the Griffies were in the house the first night that Bronny and LeBron played.
Yeah.
And they said, how could that not be like the best Nike commercial ever?
Come on,
You know?
it's absolutely legendary. You got the father-son duo with the first father-son duo in the NBA.
I thought it was the cutest thing ever when I saw them together.
It's a
I mean,
storybook.
that is just adorable, in my opinion.
I think Charles taking it too serious.
Charles always takes it a little
You know,
too
they gotta
seriously.
lighten up
right?
a little bit.
All right, so who should win NBA Rookie of the Year?
Well, it's not going to be Bronny. He just doesn't play enough.
It's not.
He
gonna
just
be
doesn't play
Bronny.
enough.
It's not going to be Bronny. Obviously, Jared McCain from the Sixers. I think obviously everybody's looking at him. People gonna be mad at me right now, but I got Dalton Connect on the Lakers, and I think if Dalton just keep going, if he keep smacking them threes, and if he keep, Rui Hachimura back, so obviously Dalton won't start as many games.
Yeah, but if you make 9 3-pointers in the game and you're a rookie, you're going to catch people's attention.
You go catch them. Now, come on now. He caught my eye.
Yeah.
He caught my eye, and I'm like, okay, if we can reproduce that, if we can keep that going.
Was that in one game?
Yeah, that was one game. 9 threes for a rookie, most for a Laker
that was
rookie
last
ever.
week. That was last week.
Is that kind of like the moment when Jordan was like, I don't know how I'm doing
He
this. I don't
was
know.
kind of doing the same
was
thing.
doing it right.
He's kind of doing the same thing. Hey, the Bucks have found a little fire here too, thankfully.
And I'm happy.
They're almost back to
Thank God.
500, so it almost feels like okay, now you kind of a reset and then go. But I think they'll be fine. It's just been a little sluggish of a start. That's all.
Man, I'm looking at Giannis, and as long as our record can get better, Giannis will re-enter the MVP conversation. Because if you look at this dude numbers, oh my goodness, he averaging like 32, 13, and like 7 or something like that, close to it. So I think that once our team record gets better, he's going to re-enter the MVP conversation.
All right, bring Thanasis back. That's sold.
He's on the
Done.
sidelines. He's sitting courtside
Done,
with Peter
done.
Fagan typically every night.
I know.
He's battling
I
an
love him.
Achilles injury right now
I know.
too, so he's just not
That's
healthy.
Terrible. Okay, the best in the media, best influencer ever at Good Karma Brands,
Stop it.
has his own podcast. I'm serious. You're making me laugh when I'm serious. He produces for Dr. Ken on 101.7 The Truth. Jason Smith, thank you.
No, thank
Talk
you
to you
guys.
next week.
Talk to you next Monday.
Yes, 3:42 on WTMJ.
Think you're smarter than the people you hear on the radio? Well, time to prove it with our Trivia Showdown. Brought to you by Quizmaster. Go head-to-head with WTMJ personalities in trivia competition. Check WTMJ.com or text trivia to the WTMJ talk and text line 855-616-1620 for a list of dates and locations of our next Trivia Showdown. Benefiting Capco's Kids to Kids Toy Drive. Only here on WTMJ.
A buck in today's world doesn't go far unless you're spending it at Griffin. Because for just $1 over cost, you can buy brand new tires from us. Buy one or a whole set. This is Jim Griffin. Any major brand. We'll put you in new tires for just $1 over our cost with free tire repair and lifetime rotation. That's right, $1 over cost, and we'll even show you the invoice to prove it. So what's the catch? There's really no catch. You don't have to buy a car or a truck from us. We'd like it if you did, but our only requirement is we put them on for you. Buy 1, 2, or a set of 4. The $1 deal at Griffin. Available at Griffin Chrysler Jeep South, 27th Street and Jefferson. Griffin Chevrolet in the Auto Mall. Griffin Ford, Waukesha, and Fort Atkinson. 5 ways to make your dollar go further. Griffin, the buck stops here, but the deals on tires don't. $1 over cost. That's Griffin.
Not combinable with other tire offers. It started with a prediction.
Go out there and play basketball and win. And how many games? 6.
It became the culture.
Chance of Bucks in 6.
Being a Bucks fan means you live and breathe Bucks in 6. Brandon Jennings created the prophecy. Tune into Behind the Bucks, the story of Brandon Jennings on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and streaming wherever you get your podcasts.
That's for the culture.
Blaine Farm and Fleet's pre-Black Friday sale is going on now, so start saving early with unbeatable pre-Black Friday deals throughout the store. Like assorted Blaine's brand holiday candy and brittles, half price. Presto Pizza Pizzazz rotating ovens, only $44.99. Rewards members save an extra $3. And in Toyland, assorted advent calendars are pre-Black Friday priced 15% off. Shop early and save with unbeatable pre-Black Friday deals throughout the store during Blaine's Farm and Fleet's pre-Black Friday sale going on now.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde for Excel Custom Decks. I at least like to think I'm an expert when it comes to football, but I know Excel are truly experts when it comes to the art of deck building. With the finest materials and products combined with their superior craftsmanship, they'll deliver exceptional quality and value on everything from backyard decks to pergolas and outdoor kitchens. If you can dream it, Rob and his family can build it. Family-owned Excel Custom Decks delivers decking excellence by design. Visit excelcustomdecks.com to learn more.
Traffic is brought to you by Rejuvenix, your non-surgical joint therapy experts.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Go to rejuvenix.com to request your appointment.
Traffic and then weather. Let's get to our Debbie Lozica. Hey, Deb, how are the roads?
Hey, Julia. Yeah, we got some delays out there for sure. Southbound 43 is pretty heavy from Capitol Drive all the way down through the Marquette Interchange and over the high-rise bridge. Actually doesn't really let up till you get past the KK River, so something to keep in mind this afternoon. Westbound 94 slowing from 25th Street all the way past Mitchell Boulevard. On the eastbound side, we got some backups from 68th Street through the Stadium Interchange as well. We got southbound 41, very heavy from Appleton Avenue down past Capitol Drive. Back on the brakes from the Zoo Interchange and through the Zoo all the way down almost to Lincoln Avenue. So careful with that. We do have a broken down vehicle on the northbound side of 894 at National Avenue, but luckily that is off on the right shoulder. I'm Debbie Loziga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Here is your WTMJ 5-day forecast tonight. Clearing skies will be cold and breezy. Wind gusts up to 30 miles an hour. The low tonight will be 25 degrees. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, chilly. Finally, some sunshine, though. A high of 37 degrees. Wednesday, mostly cloudy. A slight rain-snow mix late at night Wednesday. A high of 40 degrees. Thursday, partly cloudy. In the morning, there's a chance for flurries. A high of 35 degrees. Friday, it's going to be partly cloudy and cold. A high of 31 degrees. Music to what I'm about to talk about. At 3:47 on WTMJ, Christmas right around the corner, and why not take your family to the most dazzling nutcracker you have ever seen? How about the flamenco nutcracker? It's a song, music, and dance style which has become one of the most iconic areas of Spanish music and culture. So if you text WATCH to 855-616-1620, WATCH, to our talk and text line, you can see video of one of their amazing performances they provided to us with permission to use. And Carenza DeMars, the artistic director of the Flamenco Nutcracker, joins us live in studio to talk about the December 7th performance. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me.
So the runtime's great, first of all. This is my favorite part.
Yes, it's a short nutcracker, 65 minutes, no intermission, great for families, great for kids.
High entertainment too, right? High energy. Like once it goes,
colors,
it goes.
It goes. And it's fast footwork, castanets, colorful costumes, flamenco guitar. It's fast.
Look at how beautiful that woman is right there.
That is amazing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how do you work through the process of, sort of maintaining the integrity of this, time-honored tradition, but also adding that bit of flair and spice that makes flamenco so special in what it is?
Well, it's a combination of the two things. So you'll recognize a couple of the musical pieces from the original Tchaikovsky, but you'll hear the Sugar Plum Fairy, but then there's castanets being played at the same time. So it's kind of a, something you might be familiar with that takes you on a journey to something totally new.
And
flamenco.
this is going to be playing on the South Side venue, right? On 15th Avenue?
That's right. It's at the South Milwaukee PAC.
That's perfect because we have a beautiful Hispanic society right on the South Side. So it's in the heart of the South Side. What's also really interesting is that you have the Sugar Plum Fairy. Can you tell me what the Sugar Plum Fairy looks like?
Sure. So the Sugar Plum Fairy has a traditional Spanish flamenco dress called the bata de cola. And it's a long train dress, which is actually quite difficult to move. We trained for years to be able to move the dress around. It has probably, 25 yards of fabric to make the ruffles. So you'll see the Sugar Plum Fairy in a purple and white costume like you might expect, but it's ruffled and it's the long train dress, and she'll be dancing with castanets.
And that is what I'm seeing right now if you text watch to our talk and text line. And she looks beautiful. I mean, I don't even know how you kick those things. I mean, she has such a long train with ruffles. And for my wedding, I had something maybe half the length, and I couldn't walk.
You couldn't even walk in that, right?
No.
Yeah. And I got to dance and move around on stage so gracefully. Obviously, the Nutcracker is anywhere, any big city, you're going to find the Nutcracker this holiday season. Is this sort of a traveling production in its own right, where you might see it also in Chicago or New York or Boston or different cities around the country?
This is actually a Milwaukee-only production. It was born here. This is the 5th annual Flamenco Nutcracker, and you can't see it anywhere else yet. So see it while you can.
Yet. That seemed to be the big word there. So talk to me about that. Is there plans to try and move this to other cities?
There are plans, yeah. This year we're bringing in guest artists from all over the world. We have some Latin Grammy Award-winning musicians and guest dancers from Spain. And yes, the goal is to be able to move it to other cities, but right now you can only see it here.
So what I love the story behind this is that you know, the flamencos, and where did you live before? You're originally from Wisconsin, but when you came here, you noticed that scene wasn't around here. So how did you get to this evolution of discovering and creating this?
Well, I lived for a long time in Spain, about 10 years, and then I had a dance company in San Francisco. And when I moved back home, I was trying to create more flamenco opportunities for people to see and hear flamenco. And I thought, well, what about something like the Nutcracker that people are already familiar with? And then it can be kind of a bridge into a new cultural experience for people.
This is fascinating. So it's a 65-minute show and bright, full of colors, full of music. Do you get a hint of sort of like the holiday music, that underscore of the Nutcracker so familiar? Do you try and blend some of that in, or is it more of a Spanish flair?
You will absolutely hear some of the original Nutcracker pieces. Yes, but there's going to be some twists, so expect the unexpected and prepare to be amazed.
Yeah.
The Sugar Plum Fairy, you said that she has something in her hand. What are those called again?
Castanets.
And can you describe that?
Sure. So they're two pieces of wood shaped like shells, and you play them actually by rolling your fingers one at a time over the surface, and they clap together. So you have to move your fingers quite fast to get those sounds.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah, you're doing it for those watching the live stream here. You put them in your hands and you'd be making noise.
There you go. Try to clap with just one hand.
You're right.
That's pretty much what you're doing. It's amazing.
How many people are a part of the production? How big is the team?
Well, you know, flamenco's actually usually pretty small. We don't have big dance companies. Most of the dances are solos. But we have 8 people in the cast this year. And like I said, we have these incredible musicians coming who are just really world class. We're very lucky that we were able to get them to come.
Awesome. So I have a text. If you want to text Nutcracker to 855-616-1620, Nutcracker, it'll take you right to the site. And there's 2 showings, right, on December 7th?
That's right, 3 p.m. and 7 p.m.
Do you think that young families can go to this?
Absolutely. We have so many kids every year. It's very, very kid-friendly. And in flamenco, you don't have to be quiet in the audience. You can actually yell out an ole if you want to. So it's great for kids.
I think that's perfect. And so Studio K Flamenco, can you tell me more about that besides this? Do you do even more?
We do. So we have ongoing classes. We also work with Milwaukee Public Schools to do performances and outreach programs, bilingual education. And coming up in May, we have for the very first time what's called the Where in the World Dance Festival, where we're bringing together different world dance styles, Native American, African, flamenco, all in one performance. So that's something new.
I was going to ask about your other productions throughout the course of the year. This is obviously very timely around the holiday season. Are there a number of productions so that in March, if people like what they see here with the Nutcracker, flamenco style in November, December, they can expect something else in March or April or sometime else?
Exactly, yeah. In the spring, they can come to the Where in the World Dance Festival. It'll be held at UWM at the Main Stage Theater. We're really excited to do that, too.
Excellent. So if you want to learn more about this, text Nutcracker to 855-616-1620. Nutcracker. The venue is at 901 15th Avenue, December 7th, and there's 2 showings. One's at 3, correct?
Correct.
And the other is at
7 p.m.
At 7. Oh my goodness. I can't wait to go myself. This is going to be like the most unique nutcracker you probably have ever seen.
Yeah, you're making noise out in the stands too, right? You don't have to be quiet. Have some fun, right?
That's my favorite part.
Oh, that is very cool. It's such a proud tradition here this time of year, and a little different spin on a time-honored classic.
Yes.
Love it.
I love it. Okay. Again, text Nutcracker. Carenza DeMars, the artistic director. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Fantastic.
Thank you.
It's 3:54 on WTMJ. Here's your business headlines.
These are your business headlines from the Milwaukee Business Journal.
Downtown Milwaukee could see another hotel near Fiserv Forum. NCG Hospitality of Madison plans starting construction next year on a 9-story Moxie Hotel at the site of the former Bradley Center. The city of Waukesha considers a subdivision with homes on smaller lots than previously planned. Viridian Homes wants to target households with incomes of less than $150,000. Marquette University makes progress on its $100 million Wellness Plus Health Fair Recreation facility. It will include a clinic, swimming pool, and indoor courts when it opens in January. I'm Rich Kirchen with MilwaukeeBusinessJournal.com on News Radio 620 WTMJ.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
This report is sponsored by the Pfister Hotel. Make your reservations today and relax, especially with Thanksgiving and the holidays around the corner. Visit thepfisterhotel.com.
The Pfister Hotel is pleased to announce that it has entered Phase 3 of its extensive renovation plan. After the full revitalization of the hotel's event spaces and historic guest rooms, Phase 3 focuses on the hotel's first-floor public spaces and is set to be completed this winter. The renovations will accentuate the grandeur of Milwaukee's most beautiful lobby while reinforcing the hotel's approachable sophistication. Experience the newly renovated guest rooms today. Start planning your stay at thepfisterhotel.com.
Hey, WTMJ's John Burke here. If you're looking for a way to transform your garage, basement, patio, or commercial floor, let me tell you about Spartan Coatings. They're doing my stuff. They're veteran-owned. They're about durability, quality, and style. And right now, a year-end promotion's going on. You get $300 off your next project if you book it by the end of the year. Check that out. Visit SpartanCoat.com or call 262-462-0000. Book your project today and save that $300. Strength meets style. That's Spartan Strong. Hey, WTMJ's John Burke here. We've all got a story about regretting a paint color choice. Let the pros help you. Your neighborhood CertaPro painter can help you with color consultation services. They're the real deal. They've done the painting at my house. They know what they're doing. They're friendly, they're efficient, and they're affordable. Each CertaPro painter's business is independently owned and operated. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. Free estimates, reliable communication, professional painting at the right price. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy, choose CertaPro painters.
In a recent study, over 1/3 of millionaires predicted their ability to feel financially secure in retirement is going to take a miracle. At Annex Wealth Management, we believe a plan, not a miracle, will help increase your retirement confidence. Our team of experts gets to work using leading-edge technology to build comprehensive plans covering investment, retirement, tax, and estate planning. And Annex doesn't have products to push with hidden fees or commissions. There's too much of that already. Annex is a fee-only fiduciary. More planning, fewer miracles. Know the difference. AnnexWealth.com.
This holiday season, the Salvation Army needs your help. Bell ringers are working hard, and our service depends on generous donations like yours. Every dollar donated helps us provide meals, shelter, and emergency support to families in crisis, not just at Christmas, but all year long. From immediate need to long-term care, your donation can create lasting change in our communities. Join us in making a difference. Volunteer as a bell ringer or donate today. Visit SalvationArmyWI.org to learn how you can help.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Built Right Furniture, Leather, and Mattress.
You gotta get to Built Right today.
Your locally owned hometown station gives you the news and what it means to you. Wisconsin's radio station, News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
It's 3:59. I'm Julia Fellow. This is Wisconsin's afternoon news for Monday, November 25th. Your top story. How many people approve of President-elect Donald Trump's cabinet picks?
I'm Greg Matzik. Disruptive weather potentially impacting holiday travel.
I'm Debbie Lazaga. We got some slowdowns, that's for sure. Eastbound 94 is backing up from Highway F all the way past Springdale Road. Back on the brakes from east of 76th Street all the way through to 35th. The westbound side's heavy from about 16th Street all the way to about Mitchell Boulevard. We got southbound 43 also slowing down from Capitol Drive all the way down through the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge down to the KK River. Southbound on 41 still heavy from before Appleton Avenue all the way down past Capitol Drive almost to Burleigh. Help your fellow commuters report accidents and slowdowns to the Hall Volkswagen traffic tip line at 414-238-9329. Come to Hall Volkswagen for the Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Cold and breezy tonight. Wind gusts up to 30 miles an hour, a low of 25. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, chilly. Finally, some sunshine, a high of 37 degrees. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, Special Counsel Jack Smith has moved to drop the election interference case against President-elect Donald J. Trump. News Nation's Robert Sherman.
With this statement and this filing that's coming down from Jack Smith's office, I want to read one brief line for you for a moment. It says, after careful consideration, the department has determined that prior opinions concerning the Constitution's prohibition on federal indictment and prosecution of a sitting president apply to this situation, and that as a result, this prosecution must be dismissed before the defendant is inaugurated.
Trump faced felony charges connected with his alleged efforts to overturn the 2020 presidential election.
A new YouGov poll shows 60% of Americans say they are satisfied with the people being tapped to lead the second Trump administration. News Nation's Brooke Schaefer.
Many Americans, especially Trump supporters, believe that his incoming administration will lower prices and improve financial conditions. Nearly half of the country, according to this poll, says they think President-elect Trump will lower grocery prices. It's a critical issue, of course, for most American households, especially as we approach the holidays this week. And while 57% of Americans are in favor of Trump's promised mass deportation program, Americans are split on who should be enforcing that policy.
And the public seems to value expertise and independence. Republicans say loyalty to Trump is also a top priority.
Disruptive weather could come on the busiest holiday season travel days. News Nation's Caitlin Becker.
Rain and snow showers are expected across the Great Lakes. This could impact air travel near Chicago's O'Hare Airport. We know how busy that one is. Now, occasional rain will spread from the Ohio Valley all the way down to Arkansas and Tennessee. That rain will move toward major cities in the Northeast come Wednesday, one of the busiest days to travel. Now, over in the West, Tuesday and Wednesdays are pretty dicey for highway travel. The storm people saw this weekend is going to turn into rain showers inland, and the mountains are going to get some fresh snow.
A popular way to make your Thanksgiving turkey: deep fry it. Milwaukee Fire Lieutenant Carlos Velasquez Sanchez cautions.
Preferable away from the home, flat surface, even surface, with nothing around that's flammable. We preferable not on a deck and not anywhere near adjacent to the house.
Lieutenant Sanchez also says turkeys must be fully thawed and completely dry before dropping it into the oil. Don't overfill the fryer either, since you have to account for the space for the bird.
Downtown Milwaukee has a new player in town in the coffee arena. Big B Coffee has opened their new Red Arrow Park location, which was formerly a Starbucks before its closure in 2023. Manager Keith Washington tells Wisconsin's Midday News why he believes the chain will have staying power in the coveted location.
What stands us apart from other coffee franchises and coffee users is Big B actually cares about the bean. Our Big B Best Blend is actually 100% farm direct. We have more control over quality and providing a better life for the coffee growers itself.
Grand opening specials will be available at the Red Arrow Park location throughout this week.
Coming up, keeping election stress off the menu this Thanksgiving.
Siding Unlimited WTMJ News Time approaching 4:04.
This report is sponsored by Siding Unlimited. It's siding and a whole lot more. SidingUnlimited.com.
Here we are again, November.
No more nice weather, Fember. Let's at least keep the cold and wet outside and do it with style with new Pella windows. Pella's, installed by Pella's 4-time National Platinum Certified Contractor of the Year, our own local and family-owned Siding Unlimited. No question that Pella windows are the best. Best looking, best functioning, best energy efficiency, and great choices with double hung casement, big bay windows, and even the in-window blinds to match your decor. And the best installer in the whole country is right here, our Siding Unlimited. That's the 4-time declaration by Pella Window Company of Pella, Iowa. Your first 2 easy choices. Number 1, Pella Windows. Number 2, Siding Unlimited. See all the other Pella choices at the unique Siding Unlimited Outside-In showroom, 665 Larry Court in Brookfield. They're waiting for you. What are you waiting for? SidingUnlimited.com.
Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats.
And free groceries.
Okay, just calm down. We'll get to that later.
Stay tuned in right here to score free groceries.
Stop, please.
Okay, I'm shutting up. My lip is zipped.
Anyway, let's get to this week's specials at Century Foods. Now through Wednesday, save on 5 to 8 ounce selected varieties Sargento shredded cheese, 2 for $6. 45 ounce selected varieties Country Crock, $5.49. 12 ounce selected varieties Cremette egg noodles, 2 for $4. 10 to 54 count selected varieties Hefty plates, bowls, or bags, 2 for $4.
And now time for the big reveal. Free groceries.
That's too over the top. Try this. Win free groceries from Century Foods.
Win free groceries from Century Foods.
Forget it. I'll handle the rest. Enter to win $500 worth of free groceries on Century's Facebook or Instagram by January 8th.
Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time is 4:06.
A new survey from Spruce Health finds more than 20% of people are considering skipping Turkey Day festivities to avoid talking politics. Some people say they plan to keep the divisive topic off the menu.
We don't ever bring politics up at Thanksgiving. It's about family. It's about, hanging out with our kids and teaching them how to be thankful.
The whole point of Thanksgiving is to be thankful for each other, not to be griping at each other.
Experts encourage hosts to set boundaries ahead of time, including strict no politics rules.
Time for WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. The Packers are 8-3, 1 game back of the Vikings and 2 games back of the Lions in the NFC North Division. Packers host the Miami Dolphins on Thursday at Lambeau Field. Giannis named Eastern Conference Player of the Week. No game for the Bucks today. They'll be in Miami tomorrow to face the Heat. Milwaukee has won 6 of its last 7 games.
Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 4:07.
So the body knows that it needs to heal itself, but it doesn't know how to concentrate it and target it into just one area. So that's where we come in.
By we, Dr. Ashley Caravelli means the nation's leader in regenerative medicine, QC Kinetics.
We put in those treatments, then it sends out like little signalers to your body. We're able to make the body focus on the areas that need the most healing.
QC Kinetics has gathered brilliant medical minds like Dr. Caravelli and Dr. Mitchell Shinecup, a pioneer in the field of regenerative medicine, to lead the way in these innovative pain treatments.
So at QC Kinetics, we have a whole team working nationwide with cutting-edge research to reach our patients and treat them and know that surgery is no longer their only option.
The consultation is free. Find out if you're a candidate. Call QC Kinetics today.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
Wisconsin's Afternoon News is on the air, broadcasting live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in beautiful downtown Milwaukee. Here are your hosts, Greg Matzik and Julia Fellow.
Are you hosting Thanksgiving, Greg?
We are not. My brother is. He lives in Illinois, so we'll make the trip down there. And I have to figure out at what point do we need to come back, because the Packers play that night. I want to be comfortable watching a portion of the Packers game.
You can't watch it in Illinois.
No, because the dog can't be around that long. But we want to make sure we're in Thanksgiving mode enough, right? Spending family time together. So this is the most stressful part of my day will be figuring out the right time to get on the road to get back so I can see a good chunk of the Packers game in the comfort of my own home.
Okay, so Like, if you have cable, can you watch it like on your Spectrum app?
Well, yes, but I'll also be driving at that point, which would not be terribly safe. So I suppose my wife or my daughters maybe could. Maybe I'll have my wife drive back.
Yes, yes.
We'll figure it out.
We need to pre-plan this.
Yeah, but yes, we'll be in Illinois, so about an hour and 15 minutes away from our house.
All right, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. I'll be thinking of you.
Thank you.
So what we're also looking forward to is Christmas. Elf the Musical is in town this week at the Marcus Performing Arts Theater. From A Christmas Carol, The Rep, to the Milwaukee Ballet's Nutcracker, to what we were just talking about, Flamenco Nutcracker, Milwaukee arts groups have many long-standing favorites returning. Vince and Eric Bilstead on Wisconsin's Morning News talked with Katie Korick from United Performing Arts Fund, which helps makes all of those shows possible. Take a listen.
Katie is not only long time at UPAF, but also a holiday show junkie. You know all the shows.
I know a lot of the shows, yes.
All right, so you're going to perform them all quickly.
Right, just like do a quick synopsis of everyone right here, do like a dramatic reading.
Right, let's get into it. Starting with First Stage, the kids, they're on a rotation always at First Stage, and this year Rudolph is back.
Now, how can you overlook that? His beak blinks like a blinking beacon.
2024 is the 60th anniversary of the Rudolph TV special. So what better time to bring the beloved characters, the amazing puppetry, all of that good stuff to the stage of First Stage. It's a perfect, super approachable 75-minute musical, great for the whole family.
Jingle, 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 you will hear my sleigh bells ring.
Katie Korick is with us from United Performing Arts Fund. We're talking about holiday shows in Milwaukee. A Christmas Carol, got to be coming up on 50 years, right?
Yeah, it's been going for a long time at the historic Pabst Theater. They've got great local talent in their cast. Matt Daniels is once again leading the charge in the iconic role of Scrooge. He's a really beloved local actor, which is always great to have someone local in that iconic role.
Christmas, Uncle, and God bless you.
I'm back.
All right, moving over to Milwaukee Ballet, the Nutcracker, and this is the newly reimagined Nutcracker, right? Artistic director Michael Pink. Was it last year when it debuted?
Yes, this will be the second year of this new iteration of the Nutcracker. Still the same story you know and love, but just a little refreshed.
What do you tell someone who's interested in the Nutcracker, knows the music, but isn't sure about the dance scene, or is curious whether or not they'd be compelled to enjoy the whole thing?
There are totally people who go in not thinking they would enjoy a ballet because it's just dance. But there's truly so much more than dance. It's first so easy to follow the story with the dance as a storytelling mechanism.
Let's go to Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra. A couple of interesting things this year. Of course, we always have the holiday pops, but also they're doing the Muppet Christmas Carol film with orchestra.
I'll drink to Mr. Scrooge, even though he is odious and stingy and badly dressed.
Humbug.
You know what it does too, and this is I'm gonna sound like Eric right now, but it expands your kids' brains a little bit. Like when I first did that with my kids, like my daughter was like, "Whoa, that's how music is created!" Like it was this whole idea that they'd never seen before.
Yeah, I think sometimes you watch movies like that and kids might kind of notice the music, but this way it's put in the front and center. So I think when you go back and watch these films later, you can remember, oh my gosh, we saw the orchestra play that, and it's incredible.
There goes Mr. Grin.
Do you think it's safe for us to be up here?
Skylight Music Theater is doing something again where it's not a holiday show, but it's a big musical and a name everyone knows. And this one runs through the 29th as well.
Yes, they are doing Oliver.
Got to be a ton of kids in this one, too,
yes,
right?
There's two different casts. Each has a dozen kids. So a couple of the leads are Oliver and what's the other role that would be played by a kid?
Artful Dodger.
Artful Dodger.
Dodge.
Consider yourself at home. Consider yourself one of the family.
Those are both young actors, and then the whole ensemble of young people.
We're going to get along. Consider yourself.
Black Nativity is back, put on by Black Arts MKE. That is increasing in popularity.
Yes, they sell so well. It's based on the Langston Hughes Joyce musical, telling the story of the Nativity through perspective of the African Americans. Some songs you actually would recognize, and just really high energy. Like people want to be dancing in the aisles through this production, and it's really exceptional year over year. And that is another one that really highlights local actors, which is great.
Very fun. So you can check out the WTMJ Holiday Show Guide on our website. Text SHOW to the WTMJ Talk and Text line 855-616-1620. Sports, traffic, and weather are next.
Get inside the mind of Mark Tauscher.
Pancake legitimately is like, hey, are you wearing a mask today?
See the world from his perspective.
Am I really this blank and ugly that Greg Pancake Hill would look at me and say, is that a mask?
On Wisconsin's Morning News, every day at 7:50.
Must not be a great mask. This is like the Dwayne Wade statue down in Miami.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and Kohler Services.
Hasseless Mattress has activated Black Friday Plus through December 2nd. Get a new mattress, plus additional savings, plus 2 free Remy memory foam pillows on select mattresses. Get a Queen Serta Perfect Sleeper Oakmont A mattress. Others sell it for $26.10, but our price is just $8.88. Others sell the King Sealy Posturepedic Golden Acres A for $22.88. Get it now for just $10.95. Plus, big savings on Beauty Rest too. Find an employee-free showroom near you at Hasselist.com.
Landworks is the locally owned landscape company to elevate the look of your home or business. Are you tired of fumbling through hundreds of feet of holiday lights just to find out they burn out last season? Let Landworks handle the holiday decorating for you this year so you can focus on what really matters. From festive holiday arrangements to dazzling light displays, their expert designers will work with you to build a display that fits your style and budget. Make your home or business the talk of the neighborhood this year with holiday decorating from Landworks. Visit landworkswisconsin.com.
Craft your Brewers mini plan for the 2025 season, featuring all new 6-packs and 12-packs. Get in on the action with great ticket rates, marquee matchups, and priority seating. Plus, you'll get a limited edition Brewers Crowler with each 12-pack or pair of 6-packs. Looking to customize your games to fit your schedule? Build your own ticket plan options are also available. Pick the plan for you at brewers.com/ticketfinder.
Bringing Christmas cheer to those in need, Capco's Kids to Kids Toy Drive is going on right now. We are participating, and so are you, partnering with Capco for our annual Kids to Kids Toy Drive, collecting toys and monetary donations to help make this Christmas season a little extra special for a child in need. You can help support the mission of supplying toys for children across southeast Wisconsin by clicking on the donation link at WTMJ.com. You can also do it through the WTMJ app. Also, there is a QR code right now. If you text the word WATCH to 855-616-1620, you'll see what I'm talking about. Get out your phone, zap it, and we'll take you right to the page where you can donate. It's a fantastic initiative. Been going on for 20-plus years. It's Capco's Kids to Kids Toy Drive. Now through December 7th. Visit WTMJ.com or text the word Capco to the WTMJ Talk and Text line and support the mission today.
Traffic is sponsored by Richlands Tire and Service Center.
Richlands Tire and Service Centers. 5 locations and all easy to find. Visit richlands.com when you're due for service.
Traffic and then weather. Debbie Lazaga.
All right. Well, we got eastbound 94 delays from 164 all the way to Springdale Road. Then you're back on the brakes from about 68th Street. 68th all the way through the Stadium interchange to 35th. The westbound side slowing down just before 27th all the way to Hawley Road. Southbound 43 has been kind of a rough ride this afternoon. We got delays from Capitol Drive, pretty much solid all the way down through the Marquette, all the way down to the KK River. Northbound's just backing up a little bit north of North Avenue up past Locust towards Keefe. We've got southbound 41 also backing up a bit from just south of Appleton Avenue all the way down past Capitol Drive, about a half a mile north of Burleigh where you're starting to see the delays ease up a little bit. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Here is your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Tonight, clearing skies. Will be cold and breezy. Wind gusts up to 30 miles an hour, a low of 25 degrees. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, chilly. Finally, some sunshine, a high of 37. Wednesday, mostly cloudy. A slight rain snow mix late Wednesday, a high of 40 degrees. Thursday, partly cloudy. Morning flurries are possible. Thursday, high of 35. Friday, partly cloudy, cold, a high of 31 degrees.
From sidelines to the locker room.
He deserves credit. LaFleur deserves credit. I think Tom Clements and the other offensive coaches have really improved
his fundamentals and his footwork, so he's a better quarterback than he was. You put it all together, and he has saved their season because without him, they could have easily lost all 3 games that he's played extensively in.
And everything in between.
How many times are you going to come to my press conference late? We got a rule in the team meeting. You don't interrupt the meeting. Sit your butt outside.
No one covers the team like Jason Wilde.
Well, that's very kind of you to say, but I don't do enough politicking.
It's time to get caught up on the green and gold with today's Insider.
He's a Wisconsin Afternoon News Hall of Famer.
ESPN Wisconsin's Jason Wilde.
What the hell's going on out here?
On Wisconsin's Afternoon News.
Wilde and Tausch is 9 to noon, weekdays on ESPN Wisconsin. I just slid in here because it's also a Potawatomi Sportsbook Football Monday. All I wanted to do was confirm Jason's appearance on our show tonight. So it's 6:15 or 6:30, Jason. I just want to lock that in so we know when we can talk again.
Yeah, I'll talk to you at 6:15. I'm going to talk to you more than I'm going to talk to Paula today.
I am sorry about that. I will do my best to at least have different questions throughout our conversations today. Hey, we spoke last week about how the Packers beat the Bears by a single point, and you thought that was like the ultimate for a coaching staff because you get a win over a division rival, but also there's enough warts on the tape that you got to figure out how to correct. How does Matt LaFleur digest a pretty dominant victory over a 49ers team that was, yes, shorthanded, but nonetheless dominant in all phases?
Yeah, quickly is how he digests it. He could not have been more eager to get off the podium last night and get to breaking down the film of the game that had just ended and then setting up what he wanted to talk about with his team corrections-wise from that film and then get right into the Miami Dolphins. He's not one of these old-school coaches that believes in, sleeping at your office. But he probably came pretty close to doing it last night just because he wanted to make sure he had a game plan for the Dolphins by noon today because that's when the players were going to come in. So I think he probably highlighted a couple things that he wanted to see them improve upon and then went right into talking about Miami and what their plan is for Thursday night.
Well, and they get to stay home. I guess there is a benefit to that. But there's also a significant challenge here of, getting yourself ready to play a game in just a few short days here. From a health standpoint, Jason, where do the Packers stand? Because I'm imagining they're treating today kind of like a Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah, it is definitely a challenging schedule. Look, I don't think I'm speaking out of turn to suggest that Romeo Doubs is not going to clear the concussion protocol. He was ruled out yesterday with a concussion. Given the way the NFL operates, it is very rare for a guy to suffer a concussion on a Sunday and play a Thursday game. I know Devontae Adams did it a few years ago when he got that cheap shot from Danny Trevathan, but generally speaking, that's not enough time to get cleared. So I would expect them to be without him. Couple other names on the injury report today, but interesting, the game ended about 6:25, and I was still in the locker room at almost 8 o'clock because all these guys were still there because they were all going through treatment, the cold tub and all the different things with the athletic training staff and the medical staff because you basically have to condense a full week's work into less than 96 hours. And so part of that was before they went home last night, making sure that they were healthy.
You have to rally. Oh, hey, I have a question for you both. Okay, because I looked at a study, and I was talking to John about this last week. You're not supposed to talk about politics during Thanksgiving, but you know what the second worst topic to talk about?
Packers football?
Sports.
At
Keep
Thanksgiving?
sports out of the discussion. It could cause fights.
Well, it's on TV. It's just, I've got this dilemma where I don't know when to leave my brother's house with a 7:20-ish Packers start, Wilde. That's my stress going into Thanksgiving. I'm
Have
not
you
sure
guys
when
ever
to
gotten
leave.
into a big shouting match with a family member over sports?
No. I haven't anyway.
My family has. Now that I think about it. Wilde, what about you?
I mean, Tausch is not my brother, so he's the only one that I argue with. So no, I don't. Look, we're wired a little bit differently. We are certainly thankful for all the blessings we have. But we basically segue right from Halloween into Christmas. Christmas decorations go up on November 1st. We pause on Thanksgiving to give thanks, and then it's right back to Christmas music. So there's not a lot of arguing going on at our house on Thanksgiving. It's usually just a Thursday. And this year, it's going to be, I got to get to the stadium. I got to get to the Thunder Trio. We got a game to cover.
You guys will create peace on earth, I swear.
Well, and here, that's why Thanksgiving, I think, is a wonderful holiday. It's one of those holidays where it is okay to eat dinner at like 3 o'clock. It's just, you know what I mean? Like, there's not every holiday is like that. So is that the way of the Wilde household?
Well, we're big on the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. We always enjoy that. And then we do, if there are relatives of ours that are hosting something, sometimes we go, sometimes we don't. But, yeah, we're going to be eating really early because we've got Green Bay game day to handle before kickoff. So I think we're going to eat dinner at like 11:30 on Thursday. Right around the time the Detroit Lions game is kicking off.
Well, there you go. I'll say right in time for game number 1. Jason Wilde, it's ESPN Wisconsin's Wilde and Tausch, 9 to noon weekdays, and he'll be a guest on the Potawatomi Sportsbook Football Monday show with Gary Ellerson and myself in less than 2 hours. I'll have a new batch of questions for you then, Jason.
All right. Well, I look forward to that, Greg. All right, guys, take care. Be good.
Yep, you too. Jason Wilde joins every Monday here on the program.
All right. Time for your WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Really good day. Let me look at this again. Yeah. Dow up a full percent, up 440. Excellent. Boomin'. S&P 500 up 18. NASDAQ up 51. Great day. All right. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com.
Hey, John Mercure here for Guthrie and Fry Water Conditioning. My reverse osmosis system in my house is fantastic. The water I drink, the water we feed the dogs, the water we cook with is crisp, clean, and clear thanks to Guthrie and Fry's RO system. It's the best in the business. It's affordable, it's effective, and you'll feel a lot better. It's all about the science. They know at Guthrie and Fry that better water makes a big difference. Southeast Wisconsin's #1 choice and my choice is Guthrie and Fry Water Conditioning.
Better water makes a big difference. Guthrie and Fry.
The holiday season is a magical time of year to visit Lake Geneva. Embark on an enchanting Santa cruise on the lake. Take in a parade of trees and marvel at the world's tallest glass tree, built before your very eyes. Enjoy holiday shopping in a historic downtown. Chill out with festive food and libations in an igloo under the stars. Or find adventure on a zipline, ski hill, or snow-covered nature trail. Make Lake Geneva your place for holiday fun this year. Check out visitlakegeneva.com today for all the festive details.
Are you okay?
Yep, just building another fire.
You could be creating a major safety hazard, which may lead to chimney fires if you don't schedule routine inspections and cleanings of your fireplace and chimney. Schedule one today with the experienced professionals at Chimney Concepts. In addition to maintenance, Chimney Concepts has the best selection of fireplaces, inserts, gas logs, wood stoves, grills, fire pits, and much more at their showroom, The Fire Factory. Come check out the massive showroom in Port Washington, chimneyconcepts.com or thefirefactory.com.
Staying active, essential for overall health. Proper medical support, essential for staying active. WTMJ's Vince Vitrano for Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Whether it's keeping a weekend warrior like me on the tennis court or keeping young athletes in the game, you want the best in sports medicine, that's OAW. Surgeons, nurses, and physical therapists help you recover from injury, avoid injury in the future, and enhance performance. Get care 7 days a week. Walk right in at an Ortho ASAP clinic or book an appointment online at orthowisconsin.com.
Sweet, flaky, and utterly delicious. That's the famous Kringle from O&H Danish Bakery. Guaranteed to get you on the nice list, O&H Danish Bakery can deliver that heavenly goodness right to your doorstep. Now that's a memorable gift where you know you've nailed it. And it arrives fresh in just 2 business days, anywhere within the country. Order online today, ohndanishbakery.com, or come on in to O&H Danish Bakery in Racine, Oak Creek, or Sturnivan and taste the difference of bakery made from scratch.
Why trust Grandview Homes to buy your home? It's simple. We make the home selling process fast, easy, and stress-free, even if your home is less than perfect. No real estate agents, no repairs, no cleanouts needed. Leave the mess and the stress to us. At Grandview Homes, we live and work in your neighborhoods. Our reputation is built on 15 years treating sellers with the dignity and respect they deserve. Visit GrandviewHomes.com for your fair cash offer today. Grandview Homes, the fastest and easiest way to sell your home.
Harbor Freight knows tool people like to keep busy. But with our Black Friday sale coming up Thanksgiving weekend, you'll want to free up some time. We're talking deals like our 5,000-watt generators under $800, 17-foot ladders for $99.99, and 40% off Icon Pro socket sets. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight. Valid until 12/2/24. While supplies last. Limitations apply.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
WTMJ's Eric Bilstead here for Tri-County Contracting. You want to know the price of a new roof on your home today? Well, it's easy. Just go to TriCountyContractingWI.com, click on the Instant Roof Quote button, put in your address and email, click the Show My Roof Price, and there you go. Zero wait time. There's your quote. You shop online for everything else. Who says you can't shop online for a new roof? Tri-County Contracting at WI.com. It's worry-free roofing, siding, and windows. Tri-County Contracting, WI.com.
Don't miss Fox World Travel's Black Friday offers available now with exclusive savings from 40, 50, even up to 80% off with partners like Delta Vacations, Globus, and Insight Vacations. Prefer to be pampered at sea? Explore amazing options with Princess, Holland America, and Celebrity. Don't miss out. These huge but limited Black Friday offers are only available with promo code Black Friday. Visit foxworldtravel.com to DIY online or call 866-GO-FOX-GO today.
Traffic is sponsored by Flanners Home Entertainment. Flanners.com. Just press play.
Upgrade your entertainment setup today. For the best in audio and video for your home, indoors and outdoors, Flanners Home Entertainment delivers sound advice at the best price. Flanners, just press play.
Wisconsin's afternoon news on Wisconsin's radio station, News Radio WTMJ.
I'm Julia Fellow. Your top story this half hour, moving to dismiss 2 felony cases against President-elect Donald Trump.
I'm Greg Matzik. A new incentive aiming to bolster Milwaukee's police force.
I'm Debbie Lazaga. Eastbound 94, starting to see some slowing from just past Springdale Road all the way through to almost Calhoun. On the westbound side, we got some backups from 20th Street all the way to Hawley Road. And then just on the other side of the wall, we do have delays from 76th Street to 35th. Southbound 43, heavy ride from Capitol Drive all the way down through the Marquette down to the KK River. Northbound side slowing down just south of North Avenue all the way up towards Keefe. And southbound on 41, heavy from Appleton Avenue all the way down past Capitol Drive. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Cold and breezy tonight. Wind gusts up to 30 miles an hour, a low of 25. Tomorrow, chilly. Finally, some sunshine, though, a high of 37 degrees. Right now in Milwaukee, it's 40 degrees and cloudy. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, back-to-back court filings. Special counsel Jack Smith officially moved to dismiss 2 felony cases against President-elect Donald Trump. The federal election interference case in the 2020 election and the classified documents case.
Motion to drop all 4 felony charges against President-elect Trump. It involves his alleged effort to overturn his 2020 election defeat and his role in the January 6 Capitol attack. Trump was charged with conspiracy to defraud the United States and obstruction. In his filing, Smith said the merits of the prosecution's case has not changed, but the circumstances have, saying as a result of the election and DOJ guidelines against prosecuting a sitting president, the case will not go forward. Karen Travers, ABC News, Washington.
1 man is dead and another person is in police custody after a shooting and pursuit in Appleton. 74-year-old Daniel Leedis of Appleton died from gunshot wounds early Sunday morning at a home near Sanders and Verbic. When police arrived, a man fled the scene in a vehicle, then later on foot. Police arrested 45-year-old Gregory Leedis just before 8 a.m. Saturday. Charges are pending.
A man from Milwaukee faces charges of repeated sexual assault of a child. Antonio Randolph and a friend are accused of having met a 13-year-old girl who ran away from home. Randolph then took her to a home and tried to rape her. The full details of the criminal complaint left Court Commissioner Barry Phillips in disbelief yesterday.
After 32 years, you would think that you've seen everything. And then something happens to let you know you probably will never see everything.
Randolph is being held on $50,000 cash bail. He returns to court December 3rd.
The CEO of Kohl's is retiring. Tom Kingsbury plans to step down January 15th of next year. The Kohl's board of directors has appointed Ashley Buchanan to replace him. Kingsbury has been in the top executive seat since 2022. He plans to remain in an advisory role and stay on the board through his retirement in May of 25.
In recent weeks, the homes of several professional athletes have been robbed while they've been traveling for games. The FBI now thinks the crimes may be part of an international operation. CBS News national security contributor Samantha Vingard explains why that's an important distinction in these crimes.
When we think about transnational organized criminals, we have to keep in mind that these are highly sophisticated organizations. They have highly sophisticated tools for reconnaissance, highly sophisticated logistics, and highly sophisticated tactics for accomplishing their crimes. These are not naive actors that decide to launch an attack on the spur of the moment.
Both the NFL and NBA are warning athletes to up their home security and be more aware of what they are posting on social media.
Time for a WTMJ sports update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports desk. Packers are 8-3 after yesterday's 38-10 win over the San Francisco 49ers. Green Bay, 1 game back of the Vikings, 2 games back of the Lions for first place in the NFC North. Packers host the Dolphins on Thanksgiving night at Lambeau. College basketball, the Badgers men's basketball team moves up to number 15 in the nation after winning the Greenbrier Tip-Off Classic. Marquette Golden Eagles move up to number 10. No game for the Bucks. It's a travel day off to Miami. They'll take on the Heat tomorrow night in South Beach.
Citing Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 4:36.
So if you're selling a $2 million home and you found yourself what you thought was a pretty good deal on your real estate commission, at say about 3.6%, you'd pay $72,000 in real estate commission. Not bad, right? Well, your Benefit Realty agent will charge you no more than $19,000 no matter what size property you're selling for the listing side of your sale. And it all comes with the full service you'd expect from an experienced real estate brokerage. This is Angela Calais with Benefit Realty, where you pay less for full service. Benefit-realty.com. We've saved our clients over $19 million in real estate commission. Now, I say this because that's a pretty big number, but I also bring it up because it's always been cool for us to save our clients money. It's not about being the top volume agency. Over here, it's more about you. And at 1.9% commission with a cap on our commission for the listing side of your sale, no matter what size property you're selling, you will save substantially. This is Angela Calais with Benefit Realty, where you pay less for full service. Benefit-realty.com.
Get started with your no-hassle refi checkup by clicking on the blue button at Accunet.com.
Wisconsin's afternoon news on WTMJ.
Greg and Julia with you. Hope your day is going great. So I'm headed off to my brother's for Thanksgiving. Where are you going? What are you doing?
I'm going up north to Wisconsin Rapids.
Okay, all
to
right.
my father-in-law and mother-in-law.
Father-in-law and mother-in-law. Do you have any idea how the turkey will be prepared?
Oh, my father-in-law is very, very particular about that. He'll be talking about it. He's already talking about it.
Okay. Well, you got to make sure you get it thawed properly, right? If you're going to do the deep fry or the smoking or even putting it in the oven, you got
Just
to.
an oven.
Yeah, that thing is. I mean, that thing is a brick, right? If it's frozen, so that you have to spend ample time defrosting it, and just put it in the sink, right? No need to put it in the oven to defrost or the microwave. But do you know if it'll be in the oven? Will it be basted properly? Will it be on a grill? What's the plan here?
Basted. I know that. I'm so hungry now because I love the leftovers and I make turkey sandwiches afterwards.
Okay. So your uncle, you said? Your uncle's doing this?
Father-in-law.
Father-in-law, I'm sorry. Have you ever spatchcocked a turkey?
A what?
Spatchcocking.
No.
Spatchcocking is a method of preparing a turkey that some people say once you go spatchcock, you never go back.
I'm thinking that you're slapping the turkey.
No, it's not. It has nothing to do. You do not. That would be foul. You don't want to hit the bird. I like smoking a turkey on the Traeger. I enjoyed doing that a couple of years ago. I used to have an infrared fryer, but I'm telling you, spatchcocking a turkey is fantastic. Now, if you're wondering what this is, I actually paid a call to the Butterball Turkey Hotline to see if they could walk me through the process of spatchcocking a turkey. Say it with me, everybody. Spatchcocking. Hi, is this the Butterball Turkey talk line?
Yes, it is.
What is spatchcocking?
Okay, first of all, is this a media call?
No, of course not. Well, yes.
Good. A spatchcocking is basically when you're taking the spine out of the turkey and you're flattening it out. You're like splaying it out. It's kind of like butterflying pork chop, if you know what that means. But it's taking the center spine out, that's holding it, and it's allowing you to flatten it all out, kind of pushing down on the rib cage. And so it cooks quicker and has more capabilities because it's flattened to do some different things with marinades and so forth. And so it's a little bit more of a high-end way of preparing it.
And the bird's okay with this?
Obviously, we don't recommend that for the average consumer. It's just we're trying to keep it as simple and easy as possible for everybody.
Well, I'm thinking I could do this with my Sawzall.
Yes, some people do that as well. Yes, very much so.
Well, that was meant to be a joke, but okay. Spatchcocking. Now that I know what spatchcocking is and I have the required tools to do it, can you share with me some of the weirdest stories and calls you've received over the years?
Can you thaw a frozen turkey with an electric hairdryer? Husband put it out in the snowbank after coming home from the bowling tournament where he got the turkey for free and now nobody can find it. Yeah, I have no idea. Send the dog out, I think.
I wonder how he did in the tournament.
Yeah, I don't know. He had a few too many, maybe, and yeah, I bet the dog would find it though. That's what I would do. Send the dog out for that one.
Would you not recommend eating a turkey that has been deflamed by a fire extinguisher?
No, we would never suggest that as well. Are you calling from Milwaukee?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I went to school up there. Went to Mount Mary actually, and also on NPR they had a great little insert yesterday leading up to the holidays all about the famous Wisconsin Old Fashioned, which is the only place in the world where they make it with the brandy. So that was a nice plug for you Wisconsin people yesterday on NPR.
All right, that's it. You're coming to our Thanksgiving. I'll bring the bird. I'll spatchcock it. You bring the Old Fashions. We'll have a really nice time. You'll love our family.
Wow. Well, thank you. It was a pleasure speaking with you today. Take care. Have a great holiday season.
You too. Happy spatchcocking.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, what a nice person. Hey, call the Butterball Turkey Hotline. They'll walk you through any issue, except if you come home from a bowling tournament with a free turkey and you hide it in the snow.
Okay, so how many times did you have to call before someone was okay with recording and asking?
No, the first one.
No way.
Pick up and call. Yeah, just kind of go.
She was such a nice lady.
Yes, and now you've learned all about this delicious way of preparing a bird that you never heard of.
Okay, I would never. That is so ick. I almost don't even want to eat a turkey after hearing that.
Well,
because it makes it so like human. I don't know. You have to remove the spine.
You sort of flatten it out so it cooks even.
She says that's high end.
Well, it is.
Wow.
Well, you talk to your father-in-law about this, maybe, just maybe, next Thanksgiving.
I'm like woozy.
He'll do that for you.
That's too much.
All right, we'll move on here. It's 4:42 on WTMJ. Happy spatchcocking, everyone.
Ready for the best Black Friday prices on household essentials? You'll find them at Fleet Farm. Doors open Friday at 5 a.m. with a free plush penguin for the first 500. Then enjoy great deals like KT Basic Blend Bird Seed for just $9.99. Diamond Crystal Softener Salt is on sale for $3.99 a bag. And premium hardwood fuel pellets are only $4.99 a bag. Plus, if you can't wait, early Black Friday shopping starts Wednesday at 8 p.m. online only. Only at Fleet Farm.
Why wait for Black Friday when you can save every day? Hasseless Mattress introduces Black Friday Plus. We've gone rogue and activated Black Friday deals through December 2nd on Sealy Posturepedic, Beauty Rest, Serta Perfect Sleeper, and more. You get the everyday, way low Hasseless price, plus additional savings, plus free next day delivery, plus free memory foam pillows on select mattresses. Get a Queen Serta Perfect Sleeper Oakmont A mattress. Other stores sell it for $2,610, but our Black Friday Plus price is just $888, plus 2 free Remy memory foam pillows. Other stores sell the King Sealy Posturepedic Golden Acres A for $22.88, but you can get it now for just $10.95, plus 2 free memory foam pillows. Big savings on Beauty Rest too, plus employee-free, hassle-free showrooms. Not just on Black Friday, but every day. Black Friday Plus through December 2nd at Hasselist Mattress. Open 9 to 9. Find an employee-free showroom near you at hasselist.com.
Did you wake up with joint pain? Does it hurt doing routine activities? How are those knees feeling? Or have you been told it's hip replacement time? WTMJ's Eric Bilstead here. You deserve a life of comfort, not a life of repeated steroid shots that cause long-term damage. It's time to check out QC Kinetics. They'll walk you through the proper diagnostics for a non-surgical regenerative treatment. QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative cellular treatments for joint pain. It's an all-natural approach that harnesses your body's own healing properties to treat the root cause of your arthritic pain. Yes, you can have real, lasting relief from joint pain without drugs, without surgery, and without downtime. Learn about your options. Call QC Kinetics. Consultations are free with Saturday appointments available at locations in Greenfield and Mequon. Call QC Kinetics today, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. Call QC Kinetics today, 414-285-3474.
Gobble up the deals this November at Heiser. We're serving up huge savings on all of our new Toyotas, Fords, Chevys, Lincolns, and Cadillacs. Sedans, trucks, and SUVs that will leave you extra thankful. And here's the gravy. Every vehicle comes with Heiser's exclusive Safe and Sound program. And for dessert, our certified service and body shop techs will keep your ride ready for all of your holiday feasting and family fun. So visit Heiser.com for all of the delicious details. At Heiser, today's your day.
See dealer for complete details.
Traffic is sponsored by Kowal Investment Group, the retirement specialists. Retire well with Kowal.
A strong retirement plan should go beyond investment management. At Kowal Investment Group, our fiduciary advisors can help you reach your retirement goals. Call us today or visit us online at thekowalway.com.
Traffic and then weather. Let's get you ready to safely with our Debbie Lazica. Hey, Deb, how are the roads?
Hey there. Yeah, we've got some delays. They're out there. We got one accident. It's on Highway 175 southbound right about at Wells. It's off on the right shoulder. Something to keep in mind. Otherwise, southbound 43, hefty from Capitol Drive all the way down through the Marquette interchange and over the high-rise bridge all the way down to the KK River. Westbound on 94, we're seeing delays from just before 27th Street all the way to Hawley Road. A little bit backed up right through the Barker Road area as well. On the eastbound side, we're slowing down from Highway F through past Barker Road, almost to Brookfield Road, and then you're back on the brakes from 76th Street to 35th. Southbound on 894, backups from just before Greenfield all the way down and around the Hale interchange to Forest Home, and then on southbound 41, backing up from Appleton Avenue down past Capitol Drive. I'm Debbie Lazica with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Here is your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Tonight, clearing skies, cold, breezy, wind gusts up to 30 miles an hour, a low of 25 degrees. Tomorrow, chilly. Finally, some sunshine, though, a high of 37. Wednesday, mostly cloudy. Slight chance of a snow-rain mix Wednesday night, high of 40 degrees. Thursday, morning flurries. It'll be partly cloudy, a high of 35 degrees. Then Friday, it will be cold, a high of 31 degrees. Right now, it is cloudy in Milwaukee and 40 degrees. Style points, Brandon. I love this. So, reporting over the last decade in the city, there is one organization that has always stepped up above and beyond every time: the Milwaukee Area Domestic Animal Control Commission, or MADC, which helps shelter lost or abused animals, cats, dogs, you name it, to help find them a forever home. So, some come in horrible shape. And then there's a board to MADC, volunteers called Friends of MADC, which helps raise money for this wonderful organization and our furry friends. And they have a grand reopening of their nonprofit store with Black Friday called Pause In, which is in New Berlin. So if you text PAWS, P-A-W-S, to 855-616-1620, PAWS to our talk and text line. It'll take you right to the invite page to learn more. And we have Amila Rizvich. I hope I said that correctly. President of the Friends of MADC. Thank you so much for joining us on the line.
Thank you so much for having me. And yes, you said my name right.
Amazing. Tell me about your nonprofit store.
Of course. So as you mentioned, we are Friends of Maddox. So we are the nonprofit arm for our shelter, Maddox, the Milwaukee Animal Control, that takes in almost 14,000 animals a year. So we fundraise, we provide supplies and anything really, including food that the shelter needs, and to make the life of the animals that are at the shelter more bearable and more enjoyable. And we also try to get them adopted as fast as we can. We have incredible supporters, so we have this opportunity with Paws In. We are opening the store, actually reopening it, but now it's benefiting Friends of Maddox. So this store, anything we sell, anything that we have donated, we will resell. All of the money raised goes back to Maddox.
So it's on West National Avenue in New Berlin. Again, if you text pause to our talk and text line, I'll take you right there. So when you have your grand reopening Black Friday from 10 to 6, can you tell me what I could buy at the store? I think that there's some Friends of Maddox merchandise too. Good merch.
Yes, that's right. So we have, of course, our Friends of Maddox merchandise, which was always a fundraising tool for us for many years. Some incredible designs that are made by one of our board members, and it's really quite unique. So any of our merchandise. Then, of course, we have lots of items for pets, merchandise for them as well, toys, treats, enrichment toys. And then we have some artwork as well, some local artists that have donated their time and donated this beautiful art for us to fundraise with. And then everybody that's come by, thank you for donating your items. And most of them are absolutely incredible, and we're going to resell them. So household items, games, candles, Christmas ornaments, that type of stuff too. So pretty much everything.
Yeah, I was going to say, Amelia, are there things that you'd prefer people don't donate? Sometimes when you talk about donating to food banks or something like that, there are certain things that work great, some things that maybe not so much, or is this pretty much wide open?
I think we really need, pet items, of course, household items, all of that, very gently used or new. The one thing I will say, we always need cat beds, dog beds, stuff like that are used for animals and people would like. People go to the pet store to get those things. We want them to come to Paws because it benefits, all the animals. One thing that we don't need is probably workout equipment, stuff like that. But everything else is pretty much fair game. And on our Facebook page, we do have a wish list of what we like and some items that we cannot resell.
Yes, I've donated a bed. I didn't realize how important that is. And, it can get used. So it can get used so quickly, and then you have a new dog and you don't want them to be on just the concrete. So it makes a huge difference. And the ones that kind of look like a hammock, those are really sturdy and can last a little bit longer. I know that you know this, Amila, but a lot of people don't. As a reporter, I've done stories where, for example, there was a dog that was stuck in a truck that was abandoned for 3 days straight. And I just happened to be with my photographer when the Milwaukee police officers got into the vehicle and literally saved the dog's life. The dog had gone to the bathroom on itself and everything, took it in, and to this day, I know where it's now adopted. After I did the story, there was a whole bunch of people that poured out and helped. And another case, gosh, I can tell you a million, but there's one other case where one of a dog was set on fire and made a complete recovery, but it was so much work. And the people at Maddox, the veterinarians and the assistants and the volunteers like you make such a difference in the lives of animals that do not have a voice. So is there a special story that you have or a reason why you're so connected to Maddox?
Well, first of all, thank you for highlighting those stories. I think it's always important that people know what Maddox does, and unfortunately, a lot of people don't. So just the awareness that you bring, we would truly appreciate that. And I actually know both of those dogs that you were talking about because I've been at Maddox as a volunteer for 8 years probably now. One of my dogs actually is from Maddox, and he's a big pit bull type dog that people think are scary and mean, and which couldn't be further from the truth. They're all individuals. They're wonderful dogs. So, that connects me to Maddox, and it always will. And it is the shelter that takes care of so many animals, and they cannot turn anyone away. And sometimes these animals come in the worst conditions possible, but they're still so loving and so deserving of a home, as you know, since you've covered the stories. But there's just a connection to these animals that are so deserving, and we will do anything we can to help.
Amelia, there's so many adoption events in southeastern Wisconsin. I know the shelters are pretty full right now. Then hurricanes hit and more animals were displaced, and it was kind of a dire situation. These pets need to be adopted. Where do things stand today going into the holiday season?
So Maddox, one unique thing about Maddox, every single animal at Maddox is from Milwaukee. It's local. Maddox serves 19 municipalities. So Maddox does not take dogs from other areas because currently we are overwhelmed with the amount of animals that we have. So all of the animals are up for adoption. There's, I believe, about 90 dogs that are up for adoption, numerous cats. The adoption fee, which is very low, sometimes $75 to $500, depending on the age of the dog. Vetting is included, spay and neuter is included, microchip is included. And if you're in Milwaukee County, Friends of Maddox is sponsoring a program this entire year and hopefully next, where you can do a test drive. You can foster a dog for 5 days, and on the 5th day, if you decide to adopt, we will cover half of your adoption fee as a thank you.
You know,
but you have to be in Milwaukee County.
Okay. The one thing that I do know is when you adopt a dog, they like communicate with you. Like they're so grateful, and and the animals at Maddox that you've helped, they're all just so beautiful. So I definitely suggest going to Maddox and adopting. So let's talk about this. Text PAWS, PAWS to 855-616-1620. Pause to our talk and text line, and it'll take you right to the page where they have the grand reopening of their store called Paws In, the nonprofit benefiting the Friends of Maddox. It's open on Black Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Amila Rizvich, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it so much, and hopefully we'll see you Friday.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. All right, it's 4:56 on WTMJ. Here's your business headlines.
These are your business headlines from the Milwaukee Business Journal.
Downtown Milwaukee could see another hotel near Fiserv Forum. NCG Hospitality of Madison plans starting construction next year on a 9-story Moxie Hotel at the site of the former Bradley Center. The city of Waukesha considers a subdivision with homes on smaller lots than previously planned. Viridian Homes wants to target households with incomes of less than $150,000. Marquette University makes progress on its $100 million Wellness Plus Health Fair Recreation Facility. It will include a clinic, swimming pool, and indoor courts when it opens in January. I'm Rich Kirchen with MilwaukeeBusinessJournal.com on News Radio 620 WTMJ.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
This report is sponsored by the Pfister Hotel. Make your reservations today. Visit the beautiful thepfisterhotel.com.
Celebrate timeless tradition, revel in newly renovated spaces, and experience all that the Pfister Hotel has to offer this holiday season. From an elegant Thanksgiving brunch to the spectacular ceremony lighting the 18-foot lobby tree to the ever-popular breakfast with Santa, there is much to enjoy for both the young and young at heart. Experience the magic of the holidays. Book your stay today at thepfisterhotel.com.
Vince Vitrano here for Connect Chiropractic. Numbness, tingling in the hands, arms, legs, feet. Time to go see Dr. Alex Young and my team at Connect Chiropractic. Regular chiropractic care can bring life-changing results for folks who suffer from neuropathy and fibromyalgia, nervous system issues that can be corrected. And no worries about twisting, cracking, or popping. The docs at Connect Chiro use all the same method, a special tool that is pain-free and effective for your adjustments. Visit them in Delafield and Wauwatosa or get started online at GoConnectChiro.com.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. You want to make sure you got the right paint color for your commercial business or company. I've got the answer. Call your neighborhood CertaPro painter. Ask about their color consultation services. I've worked with them. They're the best in the business. Free estimates, reliable communication, professional painting at the right price. When you choose CertaPro painters, you're also choosing a partner. Each CertaPro painter business is independently owned and operated. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro painters.
No matter how many people are in your family, buying new jackets for the cold weather months can be expensive. But when you shop St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores, prices on cold weather jackets will give you a sigh of relief because thrift store prices mean great deals. And right now we have a great selection. Find great deals on cold weather jackets for the family at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it. St. Vincent de Paul.
The Upswing is your place for commerce and community.
What are you hearing from local businesses in terms of pairing them with the right athlete?
Hosted by Jeff Sherman.
You have to start small, like anything else, right? We have these kids really do an inventory of the places that they frequent as customers, places their parents frequent, and kind of generate a list.
Weekdays from 10 to 11 on WTMJ. Presented by Horicon Bank, the natural choice for all your banking needs.
Download the free Upside app to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code RADIO for an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. That's promo code RADIO.
Protect mom's assets. Protect your assets. Call Kraus Estate Planning, estateplanningpeople.com.
Traffic is sponsored by Flanners Home Entertainment, flanners.com. Just press play.
Upgrade your entertainment setup today. For the best in audio and video for your home, indoors and outdoors, Flanners Home Entertainment delivers sound advice at the best price. Flanners, just press play.
Your hometown hub for everything that matters. The latest news, traffic, weather, and sports on Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee.
It is 5 o'clock. I'm Julia Fellow. This is Wisconsin's afternoon news for Monday, November 25th. Your top story, reaction from Trump's team after the dismissal of 2 felony cases against the president-elect.
I'm Greg Matzek. How to avoid a kitchen fire this holiday season.
I'm Debbie Lazaga. We've got a new crash. It's on westbound 94 right about at Moreland Road. It is off on the left shoulder. A little bit of a delay heading into that area. On the eastbound side, we've got some backups basically from heading through the Barker Road area out past Brookfield Road. Back on the brakes from 84th Street through the Stadium interchange. Also some delays on eastbound 94 from about Highway 100 heading down onto 894 southbound. So heads up with that. More delays then from Beloit Road down and around the Hale interchange onto 894 eastbound. And southbound 43, heavy from Keefe all the way down through the Marquette. Northbound's backed up from before Fond du Lac Avenue all the way up to Keefe. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Clearing skies tonight. It'll be cold and breezy. Wind gusts up to 30 miles an hour. The low will be 25 degrees tonight. Tomorrow, chilly. Finally, some sunshine, though. A high of 37 degrees. Right now here in Milwaukee, it's 40 degrees and cloudy. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, federal prosecutors are moving to dismiss the criminal charges against President-elect Donald Trump that accused him of plotting to overturn the 2020 election and to abandon the classified documents case against him. And the judge in the election interference case in Washington has now dismissed the case.
In a statement, Trump's spokesman called it a victory for the rule of law and added, President Trump wants an immediate end to the political weaponization of our justice system, and we look forward to uniting our country. Trump has said he intends to nominate former Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi to be his AG and tasked her with changing the DOJ. Special Counsel Smith is expected to resign before Trump takes office. Cristian Benavides, CBS News, West Palm Beach, Florida.
The highly anticipated hearings on the possible release of brothers Eric and Lyle Menendez has been put on hold. The brothers have been incarcerated for the last 35 years in the 1989 murders of their parents. ABC's Alex Stone reports from outside the courthouse.
Vandermolen, Kitty, their mother's oldest sister, will be 93 years old tomorrow, using help, and actually came in a wheelchair when she arrived at court. Frail, walking up. They couldn't get her all the way to the witness stand. They put her at the DA's table. She read a statement saying, "No child should have to endure what Eric and Lyle went through. I love Eric and Lyle. It is time for them to come home." She pled with the judge. The judge gave no indication what way he was coming down, saying thank you to them, and the hearing ended then.
The hearings are postponed until the end of January 2025.
Airport workers in Charlotte, North Carolina are on strike just 3 days before Thanksgiving. And News Nation's Nick Smith.
Several hundred employees contracted with American Airlines for cleaning and wheelchair escorts are demanding better pay. They say the wages are unlivable and some workers are homeless. Airport officials say this holiday season is on track to be the busiest, with more than 1 million passengers departing Charlotte between last Thursday and next Monday.
Workers are calling their walkout a strikes-giving.
Well, the holidays are a great time to get the family together. Can also increase the number of calls to the fire department. Milwaukee Fire Lieutenant Carlos Velasquez Sanchez tells WTMJ.
Unsupervised cooking is one of the main reasons for having cooking fires. And if you're not paying attention to what you're cooking, accidents may happen.
Lieutenant Velasquez reminds home chefs to stay in the kitchen when cooking, use timers, set reminders, and don't cook if you're drinking.
A new model for Wisconsin state park admissions. Annual passes are now valid for a full 12 months, regardless of which time of year you bought the pass. And new passes will be larger, with months displayed on the perimeter, so the DNR can mark which year and month the pass expires. The DNR is also offering reduced rate passes for additional vehicles registered to the same address.
Coming up, the two films are raking in the money at the box office.
Setting Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 5:05.
Oh boy, Mondays and Tuesdays can be a real challenge. Make it easier with a free dinner tonight at the historic Fox and Hound Supper Club. WTMJ's John Mercure here. It is a top choice award winner for fine dining, most romantic restaurant, and best Sunday brunch. And the staff is super friendly. I love the staff. When you buy one dinner, your second dinner is free if you love a great steak. And seafood, experience the Fox and Hounds. The grilled tenderloin Oscar, pan-seared sea scallops, salmon, ribs, pasta, even the steak and lobster. You buy one dinner, your second dinner's free. It's that simple. Desserts and ice cream drinks, my favorite part of the dinner. Buy one, get one free. Before that, relax with a hand-muddled old-fashioned, a Manhattan. Choose from 20 bourbons, 100 wines on the new wine list. So celebrate a birthday, anniversary, or a quiet dinner with your sweetie. Your second dinner is always free. The Fox and Hounds, tucked into the Kettle Moraine Forest, right near Holy Hill. It is a breathtaking setting. Wherever you live, it's worth a beautiful drive to the Fox and Hounds for your free dinner tonight. The Fox and Hounds.
I remember a guy by the name of Al Stankovich.
Oh, yes. Ben and Arvid Huth, brothers and owners of Penny Mustard Furnishings.
I have never seen children so well behaved as his children. And I remember saying to him, "Wow, your kids are well behaved." He looked at me and said, "Well, we work on it." His son looked at me and says, "Yep, he works on it." I'll never forget that line from his son, who was maybe 8, 9 years old at the time. But Al and his wife bought, it was the first big bedroom set we ever sold. It was the Paramount bedroom set. It was a beautiful bedroom set we had at the time, made in Spencer, Wisconsin. I don't think he knew, and I think we were scared to tell him that it was the biggest sale we ever made at the point in time. But it was an absolute huge sale. I think we were dancing after he walked out the door.
Well, I think we were in the store at 11:30 or midnight, just visiting with them. They're just
nice people,
really nice people, and it was just one of the perfect all-around transactions.
Yes.
Nice people,
good customer, just a good guy. His wife was really nice.
Yep,
I remember that sale.
I delivered that.
See more at pennymustard.com.
Starting Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 5:07.
A new survey from Spruce Health finds more than 20% of people are considering skipping Turkey Day festivities to avoid talking politics. Some say they plan to keep the divisive topic off the menu.
We don't ever bring politics up at Thanksgiving. It's about family. It's about, hanging out with our kids and teaching them how to be thankful.
The whole point of Thanksgiving is to be thankful for each other, not to be griping at each other.
Experts encourage hosts to set boundaries ahead of time, including a strict no politics rule.
Time for a WTMJ sports update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. The Packers are 8-3 after yesterday's 38-10 win over the 49ers. 49ers are 5-6 for what it's worth. Green Bay remains 1 game back of the Vikings and 2 games back of the Lions for first place in the NFC North Division. The Dolphins visit Lambeau Field on Thursday night. College basketball, the Wisconsin Badgers move up to 15th in the latest AP Top 25 poll. Marquette moves up to number 10. And the Bucks visit the Miami Heat Tuesday night. It's another group stage game in the NBA Cup. You can hear the game right here on WTMJ.
Citing Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 5:08.
Woo! Hey, this is Ben Brust from Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin. People can't stop screaming about the Screamin' Sicilian frozen pizza, and no wonder. There's plenty to scream about, like the buttery stone-fired crust, secret recipe tomato sauce, mounds of whole milk mozzarella, and tons of premium toppings. Find Screamin' Sicilian in your local grocer's freezer and find out for yourself why Sport called Screamin' Sicilian's Holy Pepperoni frozen pizza the best of the best. Screamin' Sicilian, taste what all the screamin' is about.
Are you tired of being tired? Go to adventknows.com.
$1 for just $1 over cost. You can buy brand new tires from us. This is Jim Griffin. Any major brand, just $1 over our cost with free tire repair and lifetime rotation. Available at all 5 Griffin stores. Just $1 over cost. That's Griffin.
Not combinable with other tire offers. Wisconsin's afternoon news is on the air, broadcasting live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in beautiful downtown Milwaukee. Here are your hosts, Greg Matzik and Julia Fellow.
Happy Monday, Greg.
You as well. It does feel like sort of a start to the holiday week here, right? It's not quite as many folks here around the office.
I know.
You know, not quite as many cars on the road this morning when people were driving around. So
this is my Monday and my Friday.
It is one day for you this weekend.
Just a one day. Okay, so I just can't quit this story. Ryan Borgwart, you know him?
It's a crazy story.
The missing kayaker, 45-year-old Ryan Borgwart of Watertown, a married father of 3, last seen alive August 12th, believed to have drowned in Green Lake. And there was tens of thousands of dollars spent, including a nonprofit trying to find him after his kayak was capsized, fishing equipment in the water. He's very much alive. He apparently, according to the Green Lake County Sheriff, staged his own death. And they asked, how did you do that? Did someone help you? Because they found that he cleared his hard drive, his browser history. He did a lot of pre-planning, including getting a $375,000 life insurance policy through his phone in the lake. Did someone help you? Here was the answer.
He stashed an e-bike near the boat launch. He paddled his kayak in a child-sized floating boat out into the lake. He overturned the kayak and dumped his phone in the lake. He paddled the inflatable boat to shore and got on his e-bike and rode through the night to Madison. In Madison, he boarded a bus and went to Detroit and then the Canadian border. He continued on the bus to an airport and got on a plane.
Apparently to Uzbekistan. And he did a selfie video to make sure. They wanted to say, are you okay? You want to make sure you're okay. He sent a selfie video. A father of 3. I don't know. And the family's beside themselves.
Well, they're urging for him to come back and clean up his mess, right? The Green Lake County Sheriff said, come back home, fix your mess, right? Whatever happens after that, happens after that. And I was trying to think, would this ever result in jail time? Is he compelled maybe to stay in Uzbekistan or somewhere in Eastern Europe or wherever the heck he is outside of the country? Or is it worth coming back and risking ending up in jail? But, you know, you look at the charges here. If it's an obstruction charge, there's no jail time associated with obstruction. If he has to pay restitution, fine, you pay that back.
Yep.
But you're looking at, misdemeanors and Class 1 felonies, not necessarily jail time.
The Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel published an article by Justin Marville. It was a really good article. He spoke to a law professor, basically says you can leave anywhere without telling anyone. That's not a crime. They're like, you can go to a monastery, whatever you want to do, even if you have a family of 12. But apparently he could face a misdemeanor for framing his own death, which is like 9 months in prison.
Insurance fraud, right? Because he cashed out a life insurance policy.
Very good. Because he got that $375,000 life insurance policy right before he went missing. Yes, Greg, that is a felony. when it goes over $2,500. So $375,000, yeah. So he could go behind bars for up to 5 years for that. But what we don't know, and still a gray area, could be federal charges, which kind of ups the ante. So will he ever come back? I don't know. But this is the one thing that the sheriff said he's going to do. He's going to keep, they're talking and growing a rapport through email only. And they got a hold of him through a woman who he was talking to online. Shocking. She only speaks Russian. And so basically he said that he's going to pull at the heartstrings. Father of 3.
Christmas is coming, and what better gift he could give his kids as to be there for Christmas with them.
So this is tough. I would be beside myself if I don't think my husband would ever do anything like that. But you'd think you trust someone so much and someone would love their children that much. And I just feel for the family in Watertown that's dealing with all of this news. It just gets worse and worse. It's terrible.
The circumstances that led him to do what he did. It's like it got to that point where you just needed to get out.
I know.
Like if you wanted a different situation, just man up, own the situation, and move on. Right?
Absolutely, yes. And I'll leave it there to quote what you said and where you quoted the sheriff. You need to clean up your own mess and come back. It's 5:14 on WTMJ.
The holiday season is a magical time of year to visit Lake Geneva. Embark on an enchanting Santa cruise on the lake. Take in a parade of trees and marvel at the world's tallest glass tree, built before your very eyes. Enjoy holiday shopping in a historic downtown. Chill out with festive food and libations in an igloo under the stars. Or find adventure on a zipline, ski hill, or snow-covered nature trail. Make Lake Geneva your place for holiday fun this year. Check out visitlakegeneva.com today for all the festive details.
Hey everybody, Debbie Lazaga here for Kohler Services. And you know what's really nice on a cold night like this? A nice warm bath or shower. Not excited about it? That's okay, I got something for you. You can turn to Kohler Services. They're family owned for 150 years, and Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer providing care for life. I mean, it's Kohler. I mean, come on. And they got a great deal going on too. This month only, get $1,000 off and 0 interest for 12 months on your Luckstone shower remodel. What's Luckstone, you may ask? Well, that's their crushed stone material that they make the walls out of for your updated shower or tub area. It is so comfortable. It's so beautiful. It looks like marble, but it's at a fraction of the cost. I had Jason come out to my house. He did some measurements. We talked about it, and he designed a bathroom right in front of my very eyes. I am so excited. So just if you're at all curious, just go over to KohlerServicesWI.com and request your free quote. They've got fast professional installation always included. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
Now these tend to fly off the shelves. But don't worry, because our connection supplies us with a lot of them. Vintage ceiling tiles from once great old buildings in New York City that make for ultra-unique artwork. These items are definitely hard to find from anywhere else around here. So come take a look, and you'll probably find a treasure. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. In Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
In Heartland, you're going to find a focus on distinctive furniture, unique antiques, and original artwork, along with tasteful home decor that can fit almost any budget. In Pewaukee, the focus is on kitchen, outdoor, and garden decor, and all of it is priced at 25 to 40% off retail. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor on consignment at a value.
Design Exchange.
Traffic is sponsored by Sendik's Food Market, your trusted local grocer since 1926.
Sendik's Cod-O-Rama is back. Wild-caught natural Atlantic cod fillets are just $4.99 per pound. Sendik's, your trusted local grocer.
Traffic and weather, Debbie Lazaga.
Okay, well, we got this accident westbound 94 right about at Moreland Road. The left shoulder is blocked right now. Looks like the left lane is actually blocked as well. I know there was more emergency crews out a little bit ago where they had that left lane blocked. Either way, the damage is done. We've got delays from Highway 100 all the way to that point. On the eastbound side, we've got some backups as well from just east of Barker Road all the way to Moreland Road. More delays then from 76th Street through to 35th. The westbound side's heavy, 27th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. And southbound 43, kind of a hefty ride from Locust all the way down through the Marquette and over the high-rise. Northbound slow from Fond du Lac Avenue all the way up to Locust. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Here is your WTMJ 5-day forecast tonight. Clearing skies, cold, breezy, wind gusts up to 30 miles an hour, a low of 25 degrees. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, chilly, finally some sunshine, a high of 37 degrees. Wednesday, a slight snow-rain mix, a high of 40 degrees. Thursday, partly cloudy. Morning flurries are possible on Thursday, a high of 35. Friday, partly cloudy, cold, a high of 31 degrees. Right now in Milwaukee, it's 39 degrees and cloudy. Lots of breaking news going on today with the Menendez brothers. They were set to appear in court in front of a judge for the first time in 28 years. Royal Oaks ABC News legal analyst joins us live from Los Angeles. Royal, what happened?
Well, what happened is that the motion to re-sentence the Menendez brothers for manslaughter instead of murder that would have resulted in their freedom, it got put off. The hearing is now going to be January 30 and 31, a 2-day extravaganza, including testimony and arguments by the lawyers. Today, the Menendez brothers tried to appear by video from the prison in San Diego where they're confined. The hearing was in Van Nuys, suburb of Los Angeles. But there were technical glitches, so nobody got to see them. People only heard their voices acknowledging that they could see and hear the courtroom. So the continuance is in effect. And now the big drama is when the new L.A. County District Attorney takes over on December 2, will he follow in his predecessor's footsteps and urge the release of the brothers, or will he take a fresh and different look?
Wow, was that televised? Do you think it's going to be televised for that 2-day event?
Probably not. You know, the judge decided against cameras in the courtroom for today's hearing. And frankly, ever since the O.J. Simpson hearing back in the day when television cameras in the courtroom got kind of a black eye, it's been kind of rough convincing judges to say yes to cameras. So I wouldn't bet on the judge changing his mind and approving the video in January.
Is it fair to say this is like the hottest ticket in Los Angeles to be in the courtroom for this trial, right? I saw that there's like 16, for lack of a better term, lottery seats available for the general public. And like everybody wants a piece of this because of the decades-long history with this.
You're right, and also because of the Netflix documentary, about the TikTok campaign, other shows. It's really a pop culture phenomenon. It's not quite in the realm as O.J. Simpson's case was, but yeah, hundreds of people wanted in, only 16 seats for the public, and so the 16 lucky winners were escorted in, and they didn't really see too dramatic a show. Mark Garagos, defending the brothers, did arrange for 2 elderly witnesses to testify because of their health and their age. The judge figured, let's get that in the books. It was the sister of the mom, Kitty, the sister of the dad, Jose, and they both said, let these brothers go. They've paid their debt to society.
Interesting. So, Royal, the 2-day event, is that going to be the new evidence or evidence that will now be allowed, like the letter that one of the brothers sent to the cousins saying that he was being molested, and one of the, was it Menudo?
Right, a Menudo boy band member. Exactly. Yeah. That's going to be on the table, but also it's going to be a lot of lawyers arguing back and forth. And the important fact here is that California recently passed a law saying that a judge may re-sentence somebody if they have been rehabilitated in prison, if they are no longer a danger, and get this, if they suffered childhood trauma. So it's almost like the statute was written for the Menendez brothers, so that certainly boosts their chances of being released in January or shortly thereafter.
You know, one thing I think is important to underline was when this case was going through. Royal, can you explain what the prosecutors were trying to say when it was basically it was the first time it went through, it didn't go through, and they had the evidence of the molestation, and then they took it out when they retried the brothers. Do you know why?
Exactly right. So what happened was that in the first go-around, it was a hung jury. The women wanted manslaughter as a conviction. The men wanted murder. Nobody wanted to find them not guilty. And the manslaughter was based on the substantial evidence of abuse. Then, after the hung jury, the judge reassembled everybody, and he excluded most, but not all, of the abuse evidence. His theory was that it was not sufficient to justify manslaughter because even if you had been abused, it doesn't give you a right to buy a shotgun and blow your parents away sneaking up behind them. So he said it was either murder or not guilty, and the jury back in the day chose murder.
So, what do we know about this DA? It looks like our correspondent Alex Stone went to his backyard, talked to him, said that he's going to look at it, but it looks like he's way more skeptical.
Yeah, the new DA is Nathan Hochman. Used to be a Republican. Now he's an independent. He was elected, replacing a very progressive DA, George Gascon in Los Angeles, who was perceived by the voters as too soft on crime. And interestingly, a month before the election, Gascon comes out and says, I think the Menendez brothers should be released, which sort of supported the idea that perhaps he was too soft on crime, but he did it anyway. And so now we don't know how Hochman is going to feel about it. He says he wants these 2 months to dig into thousands of pages of files to come up with his own independent conclusion.
He is the best legal analyst in the country. Royal Oaks, ABC News, thank you.
Thank you.
It's 5:24 on WTMJ. Time for your Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Everything in the green. The Dow up 1%, up 440. S&P 500 up 18. NASDAQ up 51. Annex Wealth Management. Know the difference.
WTMJ's John Mercure here for Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living. They specialize in caring for those with early to late stage Alzheimer's or other related dementia symptoms. They provide additional daily living assistance for those with cognitive decline. And right now they're offering a curriculum-based class similar to a day program to the public for those with early to mid-memory loss. It's a great time to think about this during the holiday season. Wisconsin-based and family-owned. Locations throughout Wisconsin, right here in the Milwaukee area, AzuraLiving.com.
Experience, knowledge, and results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Don't think twice. Call Geis.
Since 1955, Geis has been the trusted garage authority in Wisconsin. Hey, don't let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geis today. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget. They'll even build custom designs to meet your exact needs. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, go to geisdoors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom in Brookfield featuring hundreds of doors and openers and their custom design room.
Don't think twice. Call Geis.
AccuNet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
Patrick and Monica initially chose a bank to get pre-approved and provide financing for the purchase of their first home. But they were getting a bad feeling when a week after their offer was accepted, the bank still hadn't locked in their rate, nor had the appraisal been ordered. Monica shared her concerns with a friend who happened to be a multi-time AccuNet client. That led to Monica connecting with one of our senior loan consultants the same day, and after gathering some information and reviewing options, we locked in their rate right then and there with loan costs $3,600 lower than what the bank had quoted. The appraisal was ordered right away too, and the loan closed on time just 3 weeks later. We also noticed an oversight in the contract that led to a $3,000 credit from the seller. You can get a generic pre-approval and average or worse service from a bank, or you can get the kind of fast service, advice, attention to detail, and savings that made Monica and Patrick AccuNet's latest raving fans. All you got to do to get started is click on the blue button at AccuNet.com. That's ACCUNET.com.
From the biggest plays on the court to the comments made in the locker room after, an in-depth recap of every Bucks game in 6 minutes. No more, no less. Bucks in 6 provides game recaps for every game. Hear the high-flying dunks from Giannis.
Puts it on the floor, spins down the lane, and plunges it through.
Or the deep threes from Dame.
Dame time has arrived with 107.
Bucks in 6 on the Bucks Plus Audio Network. Find it now on Bucks.com/plus or on Spotify, Apple, and wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome to The Knowledge Brokers, a weekly feature covering the dynamics of the insurance market and how it affects Wisconsin businesses and residents. Sponsored by the original Knowledge Broker, R&R Insurance. Joining us today, Jeff Salasinski, Vice President of Insurance Operations. Jeff, we talked about the complexity of today's commercial insurance market before, but let's revisit that. What are you seeing in the market today, and why is it an important time to have a discussion like this?
Thank you, Vince. It's great to be here. The market continues to be very complex for buyers today, but there's certain approaches buyers can take to capitalize on the opportunities of today. Many businesses renew their policies in the fourth quarter and in early January.
I like the sound of opportunities. Tell me more about that.
Importantly, price increases are beginning to slow down in certain lines of business. Rates are still going up in many cases, but not as much as they were last year at this time. Secondly, we've noticed more competition in today's marketplace from our insurance carrier partners. Their first half results have improved, and couple that with the importance of hitting their year-end business plan, and all of that equates to a stronger appetite to write more new business.
So that all sounds really good, though. Still reason for some caution out there, right?
Of course, companies are still underwriting very carefully, and the terms and conditions continue to be strict as well. Lastly, there's a clear push to raise or change deductibles in the marketplace today. It's important these policy changes are clearly explained and you understand their impact.
So why should these businesses be working with R&R Insurance?
If your policies renew in the fourth quarter or in early January and you haven't heard from your agent on your upcoming renewal, you need to give R&R a call. The timing is right to capitalize on this opportunity. We'll create competition for your account, and no one understands these market dynamics better than the insurance professionals at R&R. At R&R Insurance, we know business insurance.
That's Jeff from R&R Insurance. Thanks for the great info, Jeff.
Traffic is sponsored by Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee. Milwaukee Mattress, where top-quality mattresses are priced hundreds less than premium national mattress brands. Found exclusively at Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, and downtown Milwaukee.
Wisconsin's afternoon news on Wisconsin's radio station, News Radio WTMJ.
It's 5:30. I'm Julia Fellow. Your top story, a tragic crash in Cedarburg involving a teenager.
I'm Greg Matzik. New leadership for a department store staple.
I'm Debbie Lazago. Westbound 94 at Moreland Road. We had an earlier accident that was blocking left lane. Well, that one's gone, but the delays are there coming out of the zoo all the way to Moreland Road. Eastbound, we've got delays from Barker Road all the way through to Moreland Road as well. Then back on the brakes from east of 76th Street through the Stadium interchange to 35th. Westbound's heavy from 25th to Mitchell Boulevard. Southbound 43 has been really rough all afternoon from before Locust all the way down through the Marquette down to the KK River. Northbound is slowing down around the North Avenue curve up to Locust, and then 41 southbound now slowing down from Silver Spring down past Capitol Drive. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Cold and breezy tonight. Wind gusts up to 30 miles an hour, a low of 25 degrees. Tomorrow, chilly. Finally, sunshine, a high of 37 degrees. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, a teen died after a crash in the town of Cedarburg. Happened overnight on Bridge Road, west of Granville Road. Ozaukee County Sheriff's Office says a 17-year-old was speeding when his car traveled into the ditch on Bridge Road and then hit a tree. The teenager died at the scene.
A driver is dead after a crash on Milwaukee's northwest side. A 76-year-old lost control of the vehicle Saturday evening near 68th and Congress. The vehicle hit a utility pole, then a garage. The driver died at the scene. The cause of the crash is still under investigation.
The CEO of Kohl's is retiring. Tom Kingsbury plans to step down January 15th of next year. The Kohl's board of directors appointed Ashley Buchanan to replace him. Kingsbury had been the top dog since 2022. He plans to remain in an advisory role and stay on the board through his retirement in May of next year.
Milwaukee needs more officers, and recruitment classes are low. Therefore, Mayor Cavalier Johnson says the city is offering a new incentive to cops who work elsewhere.
Law enforcement professionals who are on the job in other jurisdictions to join the Milwaukee Police Department. So our plan is a $10,000 incentive.
The mayor is inviting officers with at least a year of experience to work in Milwaukee. The incentive will only be available for a few weeks.
A pledge 75,000 men strong nationwide.
That is the number of men anti-human trafficking organization HEMAD would like to reach. Executive Director Dr. Debbie Lassiter says human trafficking is a massive industry.
It's actually a $236 billion business, and women and girls are the largest part of the victim base.
She says U.S. men show the highest demand. The National Human Trafficking Hotline identified more than 2,000 victims statewide since 2007.
We want to try to attack this from the demand side because it is a supply and demand business.
She adds most traffickers know their victims personally. David Ozzie-Scott, WTMJ News.
Lawyers for conspiracy theorist Alex Jones back at a Houston bankruptcy court, fighting to stop the sale of InfoWars and its parent company to the satirical news outlet The Onion. CBS reporter Chris Fox.
Bankruptcy Judge Christopher Lopez saying he won't approve or reject the sale of InfoWars to The Onion until an evidentiary hearing in December. He wants to find out why the trustee approved The Onion's bid over that of a company affiliated with Alex Jones. A lawyer for the Sandy Hook victims' families argued Jones is delaying the sale, buying time to direct his followers to his new platform. Jones owes the Sandy Hook victims' families roughly $1.5 billion in defamation judgments due to his decade of lies about the school massacre being a hoax. Chris Fox for CBS News, Austin.
President Biden continuing the Thanksgiving tradition of pardoning two turkeys, Peach and Blossom, at the White House today, 40 and 41 pounds each. The president also took some time to urge people to use the holiday to enjoy life with loved ones.
May we use this moment, take time from our busy lives, and focus on what matters most. Our families. My dad used to have an expression, family's the beginning, the middle, and the end. Our friends and our neighbors.
Peach and Blossom will now head back to Minnesota to live out the remainder of their beautiful lives at an agriculture interpretive center.
Formula One racing has grown in popularity, and now a major American automaker is joining the Global Racing Series.
A sign of Formula One's growing popularity in the United States, 3 races stateside.
And that man has hit the jackpot in Vegas tonight.
Third this weekend in Las Vegas is heard on ESPN and Sky Sports, and now a U.S. auto giant is joining the party. General Motors will enter Formula One in 2026 as Cadillac F1. It won't be all-American at first. The team will use Ferrari engines until it can build its own. Brian Clark, ABC News.
A new cafe has opened in a prime downtown location in Milwaukee.
The fanfare has been amazing.
Keith Washington is a manager for Big B Coffee, which now occupies a coveted space in the city's Red Arrow Park. Washington tells Wisconsin's Midday News he hopes to provide customers with a mix of reliability and variety for their morning cup of joe.
Nobody wants the push-button machine-made coffee.
Washington also says Big B will focus on, quote, Instagrammability of their drinks at the Red Arrow location.
I'd rather them remake the drink than to put out something that's mediocre.
Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
Time for news about your money, the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Well, we've already done that. Let's go ahead to the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. Yeah, that's what we do here at 536. Hello. All right, Packers are 8-3. They're 1 game back of the Vikings and 2 back of the Lions in the division, with the Dolphins coming to Green Bay for a Thanksgiving night contest at Lambeau Field. Hear more Packers talk tonight on ESPN Wisconsin, beginning at 6 o'clock with Potawatomi Sportsbook Football Monday. College basketball, the Badgers men's team moves up to 15, the Marquette men's team up to 10 in the latest AP Top 25, and a travel day for the Bucks. They'll post up in Miami tomorrow night for a contest with the Heat.
Citing Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 5:36.
Bango made his list and checked it twice. Turns out Bucks fans are really nice. Slay the holidays with a limited time ticket offer that will land you at the top of Bango's nice list. Score gifts for the Bucks fans in your life. And treat yourself, too. Holiday packages feature ticket codes to redeem now or use later. Exclusive Bucks holiday items. And an e-gift card that can be used to eat, drink, and be merry at Pfizer Forum. Explore options at bucks.com/deal season.
When you work at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores, you'll be helping us help others. There are many that need our help. and we need your help to carry out our mission. St. Vincent de Paul is always looking for part-time team members. You'll get competitive pay, benefits, and flexibility in scheduling. So apply online at svdpmilw.org or stop by Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, or 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
Wisconsin's afternoon news on WTMJ.
He is the chief meteorologist for TMJ4 News, Brian Niznansky. What is it, Drip Nansky?
Yeah, Drip Nansky. That's what the young kids here around here call me.
So
I don't know about that.
So I was just watching NBC News, and they were talking about how the travel forecast for Thanksgiving looks iffy. How is it?
It looks iffy. For us, it's okay. Honestly, we've been watching the same storm system for the past several days. Models have had a pretty good handle on it, and it's been consistently tracking mainly to the south of us. There were a few models. The European model had us getting clipped with a little bit of rain and snow. But even that one now has it going to our south. If you do have travel plans, if you're going to head south of Chicago, I would, stay up with the forecast. It does look to be primarily rain across Illinois, but over into Michigan, could see some snow. Northern Indiana could see some snow. We'll just have to keep an eye on this still the next couple days, but it does look like a miss here in southeastern Wisconsin.
What are you guys doing? What do you plan to do on Thanksgiving?
Well, Thanksgiving, we actually host at our house. We host my parents, my brother, some aunts, some uncles, cousins and stuff.
You have the best kitchen island I have ever seen in my entire life.
Thanks.
It's big.
They've got a double island going on there. That was Julie's. That was one of the selling points for. If we could have had a triple island and no bedrooms, and Julie would have said that's the perfect house.
Oh my gosh, totally. No, I remember you showed me it when you were moving from Glendale to.
Grafton.
Grafton.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yep. So So the bummer this year. Well, not a bummer. I enjoy being at work, but. Packers game is on our channel.
We got to have the big dog, big Nancy.
Yeah, so I'll be working some of the evening. I'm sure I'll be able to head home for a little bit, enjoy some dinner, and enjoy some of the game, and then come back.
Who's
after
going to
the
be
game.
anchoring?
So
who's going to be anchoring with you?
I'm not 100% sure on that one. I got to double check that. We'll see who's being the team player. Maybe Susan. I guarantee it's not Steve.
Susan.
Yeah.
No way. There's no way Steve's going to be there.
No chance. No chance.
So when there is something.
How about you? What do you got going on?
Oh, I'm going up north. I'm going to Wisconsin Rapids to be with my father. Yep, to be with my father and mother-in-law and my niece. Yep. And I'll be watching WAOW. What was it? News Channel 9?
Newsline 9, baby. That's the doesn't get any better in central Wisconsin than Newsline 9.
I just watch and my jaw drops with the news up there. The kids look like they're 13 years old, I swear to God.
Oh, come on, Julia. That was us. That was us 20 years ago.
Yeah. We were at the cooking stations.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So tell me the 5-day if you can.
Sure, absolutely. Heading into tonight, decreasing clouds. It's going to get cold. If you haven't broke out your standard winter coat yet, you'll probably want to do so tomorrow morning. We're looking at the first time of us dipping into the 20s here in Milwaukee. 25 for a low, becoming breezy, wind chills in the teens, maybe even a few spots, single digits. Tuesday, partly cloudy, a high of only 36. Wednesday, mostly cloudy with a slight chance of a wintry mix Wednesday night, a high of 41. Thursday, partly cloudy and breezy for Thanksgiving Day. High temperature, 36 degrees. Actually, really good refrigerator temperature. So if you have to keep food outside and stuff, that works really, really well. On Friday, mostly sunny, breezy, and chilly, and a high temperature of 30 degrees when you're doing your Black Friday shopping.
Awesome. He's the chief meteorologist for TMJ4 News. Check him out. You're going to be on at 6, right?
Yep, back at it at 6.
We'll all be watching. Thanks, Brian.
All right, see you, Julia. Bye-bye.
It's 5:42 on WTMJ.
Be our eyes on the road. See something out there that I should know about?
There was an incident on Blue Mountain Road going eastbound
where 2 lanes are blocked.
Call me, Debbie Lazaga, at the Hall Volkswagen Traffic Tip Line at 414-238-9329.
Hi, Debbie, Michael. I-94 eastbound, there is a crash that the sheriff now has the right lane blocked.
The drive affects you. Why not be part of it? Give me a call, 414-238-9329.
This is the sound of construction. Sounds pretty standard, except it's building a place that has something extraordinary. Specialty care just for women. From problems that typically go untreated to unique care you can't get anywhere else. We're building the place that puts women's care first, so their health never has to come last. Welcome to Integrated Specialty Care for Women at East Park Medical Center. UW Health. Remarkable.
WTMJ's Julia Fellow here for Elmbrook Family Dental. 2 beautiful locations in Brookfield and a brand new office I go to all the time in Wauwatosa. Actually going to have my cleaning next month with Kelly in Wauwatosa at 800 Mayfair Road. Hey, David just messaged me. He said, I've been going to Elmbrook Family Dental for almost 18 years now. Love this place. My entire family goes there. I always recommend it when somebody's going to look at a new dental practice. The staff at Elmbrook Family Dental is so nice and accommodating. They know their stuff, and they put family in family practice. I agree, David, and then some. In a month of giving thanks, Elmbrook Family Dental is going to give thanks to military members and veterans with the Veterans Day this month for active or retired military personnel who can provide proof and do not have dental insurance. They can get 30% off all services. Book now at elmbrookfamilydental.com. The new patient process is so easy. That's elmbrookfamilydental.com. Also, hot tip, through the end of the year, any new patient who wants Invisalign gets $600 off and a free Sonicare toothbrush. Head to elmbrookfamilydental.com. That's ELMBROK familydental.com.
Save big money on new storage solutions now at Menards. Organize your home with Rubbermaid. We carry everything you need to maximize your space in closets, pantries, laundry rooms, and more. The Fast Track Wire Pantry Kit is on sale now. Stores close Thanksgiving. Save big on Rubbermaid Closet Kits. And view the weekly flyer and all of our great deals happening this week on Menards.com.
Save big money at Menards.
Okay, close your mouth and take a deep breath in through your nose. So the way it's supposed to be is that you should be able to breathe easily. You shouldn't feel constrained. What it should feel like is air briskly flowing freely through both nasal passages, day and night. And if not, there's a problem. And it's a don't know what your problem really was until you got it fixed kind of problem. You're living with it. I mean, you're tired a lot. It might give you headaches and sinus pressure, but you're living with it. Yeah, you sound like almost every patient we help until we get their problem fixed. And then you hear them saying, why would I put up with that? Advent will get you breathing freely again with simple in-office solutions like turbinate reduction along with balloon sinuplasty that really can change your life.
To date, Advent has solved over 40,000 breathing triangle problems. Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Results may vary.
Engagement rings, wedding bands, and big anniversary diamonds.
Welcome to Kessler's.
Let's get you where you need to safely with our Debbie Lazaga. Hey, Deb, how are the roads?
Hey, Julia. Things are a little bit better on westbound 94. We still have a couple of pockets of heavy traffic from the county line towards Moreland Road where we had that earlier accident. That's gone now, by the way. We do have another accident southbound 94 right at the collector ramp from College Avenue. The right lane is blocked with that, so delays are stretching all the way back into the Mitchell interchange, pretty much in all directions. We've also got a broken down vehicle on westbound 94 in the center lane at 35th Street. That's slowing things down coming out of the Marquette. Southbound 43, still a bit heavy now from North Avenue down through the Marquette interchange and over the high-rise bridge. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
From sidelines to the locker room.
He deserves credit. LaFleur deserves credit. I think Tom Clements and the other offensive coaches have really improved his fundamentals and his footwork, so he's a better quarterback than he was. You put it all together, and he has saved their season because without him, they could have easily lost all 3 games that he's played extensively in.
And everything in
How
between.
many times are you going to come to my press conference late? We got a rule in the team meeting. You don't interrupt the meeting. Sit your butt outside.
No one covers the team like Jason Wilde.
Well, that's very kind of you to say, but I don't do enough politicking.
It's time to get caught up on the green and gold with today's Insider.
He's a Wisconsin Afternoon News Hall of Famer.
ESPN Wisconsin's Jason Wilde.
What the hell's going on out here?
On Wisconsin's Afternoon News.
Wilde and Tausch is 9 to noon, weekdays on ESPN Wisconsin. I just slid in here because it's also a Potawatomi Sportsbook Football Monday. All I wanted to do was confirm Jason's appearance on our show tonight. So it's 6:15 or 6:30, Jason. I just want to lock that in so we know when we can talk again.
Yeah, I'll talk to you at 6:15. I'm going to talk to you more than I'm going to talk to Paula today.
I am sorry about that. I will do my best to at least have different questions throughout our conversations today. Hey, we spoke last week about how the Packers beat the Bears by a single point, and you thought that was like the ultimate for a coaching staff because you get a win over a division rival, but also there's enough warts on the tape that you got to figure out how to correct. How does Matt LaFleur digest a pretty dominant victory over a 49ers team that was, yes, shorthanded, but nonetheless dominant in all phases?
Yeah, quickly is how he digests it. He could not have been more eager to get off the podium last night and get to breaking down the film of the game that had just ended and then setting up what he wanted to talk about with his team corrections-wise from that film and then get right into the Miami Dolphins. He's not one of these old-school coaches that believes in, sleeping at your office. But he probably came pretty close to doing it last night just because he wanted to make sure he had a game plan for the Dolphins by noon today because that's when the players were going to come in. So I think he probably highlighted a couple things that he wanted to see them improve upon and then went right into talking about Miami and what their plan is for Thursday night.
Well, and they get to stay home. I guess there is a benefit to that. But there's also a significant challenge here of, getting yourself ready to play a game in just a few short days here. From a health standpoint, Jason, where do the Packers stand? Because I'm imagining they're treating today kind of like a Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah, it is definitely a challenging schedule. Look, I don't think I'm speaking out of turn to suggest that Romeo Doubs is not going to clear the concussion protocol. He was ruled out yesterday with a concussion. Given the way the NFL operates, it is very rare for a guy to suffer a concussion on a Sunday and play a Thursday game. I know Devontae Adams did it a few years ago when he got that cheap shot from Danny Trevathan, but generally speaking, that's not enough time to get cleared. So I would expect them to be without him. A couple other names on the injury report today, but interesting, the game ended about 6:25. And I was still in the locker room at almost 8 o'clock because all these guys were still there because they were all going through treatment, the cold tub and all the different things with the athletic training staff and the medical staff because you basically have to condense a full week's work into less than 96 hours. And so part of that was before they went home last night, making sure that they were healthy.
You have to rally. Oh, hey, I have a question for you both. Okay, because I looked at a study, and I was talking to John about this last week. You're not supposed to talk about politics during Thanksgiving, but you know what the second worst topic to talk about?
Packers football?
Sports.
At
Keep
Thanksgiving?
sports out of the discussion. It could cause fights.
Well, it's on TV. It's just, I've got this dilemma where I don't know when to leave my brother's house with a 7:20-ish Packers start, Wilde. That's my stress going into Thanksgiving. I'm not sure when to leave.
Have you guys ever gotten into a big shouting match with a family member over sports?
No. I haven't anyway.
My family has. Now that I think about it. Wilde, what about you?
I mean, Tausch is not my brother, so he's the only one that I argue with. So no, I don't. Look, we're wired a little bit differently. We are certainly thankful for all the blessings we have, but we basically segue right from Halloween into Christmas. Christmas decorations go up on November 1st. We pause on Thanksgiving to give thanks, and then it's right back to Christmas music. So there's not a lot of arguing going on at our house on Thanksgiving. It's usually just a Thursday. And this year, it's going to be, I got to get to the stadium. I got to get to the Thunder Trio. We got a game to cover.
You guys will create peace on earth, I swear.
Well, and here, that's why Thanksgiving, I think, is a wonderful holiday. It's one of those holidays where it is okay to eat dinner at like 3 o'clock. It's just, you know what I mean? Like, there's not every holiday is like that. So is that the way of the Wilde household?
Well, we're big on the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. We always enjoy that. And then we do, if there are relatives of ours that are hosting something, sometimes we go, sometimes we don't. But, yeah, we're going to be eating really early because we've got Green Bay game day to handle before kickoff. So I think we're going to eat dinner at like 11:30 on Thursday. Right around the time the Detroit Lions game is kicking off.
Well, there you go. I'll say right in time for game number 1. Jason Wilde, it's ESPN Wisconsin's Wilde and Tausch, 9 to noon weekdays, and he'll be a guest on the Potawatomi Sportsbook Football Monday show with Gary Ellerson and myself in less than 2 hours. I'll have a new batch of questions for you then, Jason.
All right, well, I look forward to that, Greg. All right, guys, take care. Be good.
Yep, you too. Jason Wilde joins every Monday here on the program.
And on Fridays as well. We'll talk to Wilde on Friday. I want to talk to the biggest Packers fan ever, Brandon Snudd. Brandon,
ever, huh?
I think so. Oh. You are a diehard man. You bleed green and gold. So what do you think the outcome of the game is going to be?
Thursday, I think.
On Thursday.
It's a tough turnaround, but both teams have to do the turnaround. Miami has to fly to Green Bay. They just played as well on Sunday afternoon. So the Packers winners of 2 in a row. I think they make it 3 in a row, Julie. I think Miami coming up to Green Bay, short week, short turnaround, long flight, and they're from Miami, and it's going to be in the low 20s come kickoff time for the Packers. The wind chill could dip down into the single digits. I know we're a little early on the forecast for Thursday, but I think the Packers are going to win. I think they're going to establish the run early and often. You saw a lot of it on Sunday against the 49ers with Josh Jacobs with 3 touchdowns and 106 yards. I think that continues on Thursday night, and Jordan Love makes plays where he needs to make plays, and the Green Bay Packers improve to 9-3.
Oh, my gosh, I hope. Yes.
No hoping. It's going to happen.
From your mouth to God's ears. I totally agree. That all the old players always say when they come up to Green Bay, when they're in a warm area, and they come up here,
it's tough.
Worse.
I used to live in warm states, and I'm from Wisconsin. And when I was stationed in, like, for example, South Georgia, and I would come up for Thanksgiving or Christmas or a holiday, it affected me. And I was just outside, not doing anything with a coat and glove on, so it will affect the players, whether they believe it or not, or whether they say it or admit it or not. It does affect them.
It does. I was talking to a cop. He told me when he left Wisconsin and went to do overnights in Las Vegas, he saw some people wearing, that long underwear.
Yeah.
And he thought they were wusses. The next winter, he did the same thing, even when it got in the little 40s. Yeah, that's going to affect you.
Yeah, they're going to win. It's going to be a good Thanksgiving Day, I think.
All right, that's good. Okay, so if you missed a show or missed a little bit of what we talked about with Wilde, you can always text afternoon to 855-616-1620, afternoon to our WTMJ talk and text line. We also talked to Alexis Christoforous, ABC News business correspondent. Is Black Friday still the best? She talks about the things that you should not buy on Black Friday. What's up with Bronny? Speaking of sports, should he be the NBA Rookie of the Year? Charles Barkley slammed him. And our Jason Smith with GKB weighed in with some interesting points. The flamenco nutcracker, quite amazing. A different twist on the nutcracker with a Spanish-style music, dance, and composition. So awesome. The Sugar Plum Fairy, you won't even believe it. Happening December 7th, and I talked to the head artistic director. You can text afternoon to listen back to that. We also talked to Matic about their grand reopening of a pet shop, a cause really close to my heart to raise money. It's incredible. And this is breaking news. The Menendez brothers case drags on. Legal analyst Royal Oaks just joined us with the latest. Text afternoon, and you'll get up to date on all of that. He broke it down perfectly. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I am now off the rest of the week. Have a blessed Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for all of you.
These are your business headlines from the Milwaukee Business Journal.
Downtown